All right, let's roll. The Twisted Tuesday has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between along for the ride from Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota, Las Vegas, Nevada, where we will be throwing it down in a matter of about, 28 hours, give or take, as March Madness has begun. The late night anger management class has begun as well. All right, so speaking of March Madness, we're off and running. Radford cashes their ticket. Radford backers cash their ticket. Under bettors cash their ticket. And right now, as we speak, UCLA started off strongly tonight. Now, not so strong. The Bonnies have gone on a run, man. And I swear to motherfucking God, if I was the UCLA Bruins, I would leave Steve Alford in Dayton, motherfucking Ohio. And, at this point, if he can't win this fucking game, then you know what? You can't even coach the fucking Dayton Flyers, Alfred. In New Mexico, no. Time for the Sun Belt for fucking Alfred if he can't win this basketball game. I'm dead serious. It's unacceptable. I know that St Bonaventure are a scrappy team. They play in the Atlantic 10. I know St Bonaventure. They're in our backyard here. We get all the Bonnies coverage. They're in the Buffalo area. Niagara, Buffalo, Canisius, we know them all right? They shouldn't be beating UCLA in a fucking NCAA tournament game. They're going to fucking go ape shit, man. You think there's a lot of couches to get burnt in the Buffalo area, on a usual basis? We'll just wait till tonight. Fire City. The Bonnies actually aren't the big team in Buffalo. The Buffalo Bulls are. And when I say big team, I use that term pretty loosely. But yeah, the Bulls, it's a Bulls town, man. Which is actually bullshit. I was at a sporting goods store, and I actually wanted to buy some Buffalo Bulls gear. I was like, man, I'm going to support the Buffalo Bulls. I was in Buffalo. I'm like, I'm going to get some Bulls gear. They had Michigan gear. They had Duke gear. They had jack shit. They had like a fucking ghetto trucker hat, Buffalo Bulls. I was like, where are the jerseys? Where are the tracksuits? You know Bulls? He's like, the guy tells me, he's like, you're the first person that's ever asked me for a Buffalo Bull tracksuit. It's like, I said, wow, I figured I'm in Buffalo. Maybe you had one. He's like, no, the Bulls don't make tracksuits. Like, all right. And the Buffalo Bulls, man, getting Arizona. It's too bad they got Arizona. Of all the teams they got to deal with, Arizona's kind of a tough one. Arizona's kind of a tough one they got to deal with, but it is what it is. But yeah, so second half line right now, the UCLA Bruins -1.5 over under 79.5. And what the fuck happened to the total here? Motherfuck, man. The in-game number for this, the in-game total hit as high as like 158, 157, 158 in this game. It's down to 130.5. 130.5 right now. So this is our last show before we go to Las Vegas. Not our last show, but our last show, we hit Vegas tomorrow. There's no Wicked Wednesday tomorrow. We will be on the radio tomorrow, though. And then everything will be back to normal on Thursday, except we might be pretty fucked up on a Thursday night throwdown. Our boy Chris Edge from San Diego is going to be there. Fat Bud from San Diego is going to be there. MVP Sports, our boy Stucci, doesn't roll in until Friday night. The Raging Redhead, Cam Stewart. Although Cam's got issues right now. He can't find his passport, which he kind of needs that. He's like, I'm all ready to go. I got to find my passport. I've misplaced it somewhere. This ain't the old days, man. I took a plane with an Expos press pass once. I had like a fucking laminate. I was like, hey, I got on the plane, no problem. Yeah, I was able to travel. All right, swear to God, I fucking went through U.S. Customs and shit and Canadian Customs, yet the NFL wasn't down with my ID. That was like one of the beefs that I had with the NFL when I got kicked out of the Super Bowl in Houston. So yeah, they weren't down with my ID. I was like, listen, I had like fucking 4 different IDs, but I didn't have a passport. And they were like, if you don't have a driver's license or a passport, we can't help you. At the NFL, they want to give me my pass. I was like, listen, I just fucking got off a plane. I just went through an airport with the ID that I have, but I can't get into the George Bush fucking convention center. No, it was It was an Expos press pass, Mark O'Leary. It was an Expos press pass, for the record. It was like a laminate Expos, had my picture. It said, Gabe Morency, Montreal Expos. So it looked like, it was like an Expos pass. I had a birth certificate. But yeah, that was my only photo ID. And I had a Medicare card. I had like a Quebec health card that no one seemed to respect very much. I had a birth certificate that nobody was down with. All right, so hey, this game just started right now. This is fucking suicide. This is a suicide mission, but we're taking the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I see we got Tony Sincata in the house. What's up, Tony? Good to see you, bro. You warned me about fucking Denzel Valentine, that motherfucker. That's what you do when you take fucking players from Michigan State. You hope for the best, but you expect the worst. Unless has he scored like 38 points or something? No. All right, so listen, the Cleveland Cavaliers are a terrible favorite. It's like Bobby Riggs terrible. I got to be honest with you. It's funny. Earlier in the year, and hello, Bobby.
Anyone else like to share? How about you in the back with the glasses, sir?
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. You folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
Hey, Bobby.
These folks don't need to stop doing what they're doing. They just need to get better at it. Who's stealing?
Please.
Who's that?
Hello?
Eureka, Billy James. Bobby Riggs.
Bobby Riggs. Hello, Bobby. My name is Bobby, and I am an addict. So, yeah, speaking of terrible gamblers, what the fuck was I thinking? I took Denzel Valentine in my DK lineup tonight. Sincata warned me. And I got to be honest with you, I was a little fucking pissed off. I'm trying not to get too angry about this stuff. I didn't have a lot on it, but what the fuck was Long Island doing, man, in the last 3 minutes of that game? I warn people, we're going to hit these games, going to hit the tournament tonight, but I warn people all the time, when you're betting on teams that rely on one guy, like, ooh, they have this big scorer and stuff, yeah, that's all cute, fuck. What happens if that guy sucks? And that's what happened tonight with Long Island. Their leading scorer there, Hernandez, couldn't get on track tonight, and, the body language was bad. He was just falling apart. See, as I was going to say, though, listen, Phoenix are terrible. Cavs beat them. Cavs should win this game by like 18 points or something like that. You know what'll happen tonight, too? LeBron James will spin the ball like a Harlem Globetrotter. Twitter's going to fucking blow up. Twitter's going to blow up, and then, they'll lose. This will be a low point. This will be like a low point of all low points for the Cleveland Cavaliers if they don't win this game by double digits. Now, earlier in the year, we used to bitch about the Lakers being on TV all the time. We're like, why are the Lakers on? We don't want to see the Lakers. Lakers are on TV every night, it seems. Not just national television, but it seems like we get every Laker game for one reason or another, despite the fact I'm like 3,000 miles from Los Angeles right now. So, we're always getting Laker games on TV. So tonight, I was actually looking forward to the Laker game tonight. I'm like, yeah, Lakers Nuggets, going to be a good one, should be on TV. Maybe it is on TV, and I don't know, but I doubt it. I mean, I got Cleveland and Phoenix on right now. Oh, fuck, TFC's playing in Mexico. I forgot about that. That's just about to start, too. They could be in trouble, man, playing in Mexico. CONCACAF Champions League. I don't see the line yet. There is a line, but it's like off. Let me find it right now because it's going to bother me. I like the Lakers tonight, though, guys. We're going to get into some college basketball. I say this all the time, but we can't be with you until like 2 in the morning tonight and stuff. I don't feel well, number one. I don't know what it is, man. I got this weird feeling the last fucking few hours. Not so much physically. I don't know. I feel like something weird or bad is happening somewhere to someone I care about. Somewhere like I don't know what it is, but I have a good like bat signal, the spidey sense. All right, so yeah, TFC and these Tigers, the Tigers from Mexico, defending Mexico champs. I think they're in 10th place this year. So what's the line? Ooh, they're minus 250. TFC's plus 750 to win this game. Man, you never see TFC at plus 750, but they don't play in Mexico very often. They're in Monterrey. The draw is plus 300. TFC beat them last time, actually. So these guys need a win, and they, TFC can sort of play back. It's kind of, it's kind of an interesting one. I don't know if we have any soccer mavens that have a real strong feel for this. So what's the deal here? That TFC won 2-1 at the last second, so they're up 1 goal, but these guys scored a goal on the road. So basically, a fucking draw is good for TFC here, right? A draw. The TFC gets a draw, they move on. Yeah, settle down, Sincata. I got to say, it was one of the funnier radio shows today. Will Sincata. So, yeah, that's the poll question of the night, guys, all right? So Sincata brought it up, and Drew brought it up here. All right, so the Tigers just win 1-0 and they move on. All right. So basically, look. Yeah, we get it, Tony. You want to fuck a fucking Martian or an alien. So that's the poll question. When aliens land here, would you have sex with an alien? Tony says yes. Tony says yes, no problem. Tony wants to be like the first one, too. Like, he'll be the sample. Tony wants to like be, have a fucking like a fucking colony of fucking little Tony Sincatas everywhere. Kazur says no, he wouldn't have sex with an alien. Tony, we know yes. Yeah, you guys wanted to have sex with a transvestite last week, fuck. And you still would right now if she showed up. Although Mimi claims she's a girl now. I don't really believe it. David Hutton, that's a good answer, David Hutton. Depends on what they look like. If the fucking alien looks like one of these hot aliens on Star Trek and is like fucking, got a great ass and fucking, like that green chick on Star Trek. Captain Kirk bangs some pretty hot alien chicks. If it's like fucking, like Captain Kirk, old school Star Trek, where, like the alien seduces fucking Spock and shit, then that's good. If it looks like the alien from the movie Alien, then we got a fucking problem. Stooch has the best answer. Stooch, the man, best answer. Depends how drunk I am. I'd have sex with that broad on that box from last week. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Aaron. You'd have sex with the broad on the box. Like, what are you talking about? What box? What do you? I don't even know what that means. All right, so this fucking total went all the way down to 130 right now. Our boy Kyle is checking in. What up, Kyle? Vegas won't be the same, man, without the part of the posse. Yeah, I liked 155, so I got to believe this game's going to go over to 131. Yeah, let's go second half over. I actually like UCLA better to get back in this. UCLA is plus 160 on the money line right now. UCLA is like plus 160 on the money line right now. I like the Lakers and I like the over tonight in the NBA game coming up. It's a revenge spot. If you remember, we were on the Lakers the other night, plus 7 against these guys. They covered and it sailed over the number. That's what I like tonight. I like the Lakers. Lakers are like 10-2. They're like 10-2 straight up. Their last 12 home games. They're a fucking dominant home team right now. Denver is Denver's not a very good road team. It's a big game. There's a little bit of a beef with Jamal Murray. You know, Jamal Murray's like taunts the Lakers and shit. He hits the three and he talks shit to them. He stares them down on the bench and stuff. And I guess some of the Lakers are getting sick of it. And it's happened a couple of times. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. But one of my favorite players is Will Barton. And one of the reasons I love Will Barton because he fist bumped the baby. there's a just look it up, Will Barton and baby bump. Like I call him Baby Bump Barton now. Yeah, Will Barton was walking off the floor and there was like a Nugget fan like courtside and Buddy was holding his baby up. And Buddy like took his baby's like mini hand and fucking like held it up to Barton. And Barton casually walked past like at halftime and fist bumped the baby. It was fucking hilarious. Like he fist bumped the baby. He walks past. He's like, he fist bumps the baby, keeps walking. The father starts cracking up. But like Will Barton didn't laugh or anything. He did it seriously and just keeps walking. So they asked Will Barton today, what do you think? What's up with this beef with Jamal Murray and the Lakers? He's like, man, that's a suburban beef. I never heard that. He's like, this ain't no beef. He's like, it's a suburban beef. And I love Will Barton throwing guys on his own team under the bus in a way. He's like, some guys don't like it. And, you know, and then the Lakers, he's like, these guys need to grow up. This shit happens every day. He's like, ooh, I got taunted. Like, he's like, this is like a suburban beef. He's like, this shit happens every night in the NBA. It's true, too. You got Lonzo Ball, for fuck's sakes, and LeVar Ball. And you guys, the Lakers, you guys are upset because fucking Jamal Murray fucking celebrates after hitting a three on you? Man, I didn't see that GIF. I didn't see it the other night when Lonzo Ball hit the side of the fucking backboard. Did you guys see that? Listen, Lonzo's played good basketball. We'll give him credit. I'll tip my cap to big man. He was on the bandwagon and stuff. I still think the family's overall just, you know, overhyped, but I'm not, you don't hear me bashing Lonzo Ball every night. You know, I'm not like, oh, he fucking sucks. Look, Malinsky put me in my place with his defensive metrics. He still can't fucking shoot. And I don't give a shit what the metrics say. He's not a good defensive player. So, but it's hard not to laugh, man. Motherfucker was in the corner. And the corner's the easiest fucking place to hit a three from, all right? The two easiest spots to hit a three from are the corner three. Like, if you look at the percentages of guys in the NBA with the three ball, like some of them won't miss from the corner type deal. The corner is the easiest shot. And then the other easiest shot is top of the key, exactly in the middle, top of the key. So Lonzo Ball's wide open. Like, no one's around. Like, he's all alone because other teams don't care if he shoots the three, right? You know, and it's like my boy Pete Annapolis, who was an assistant coach with UMass, said. He goes, if you're wide open, the coach told him, if you're wide open, it was Coach Smart actually at Carleton. And he said, they told a kid on the team, fuck, because the kid was wide open and he shot. He was like, I was wide open. And he told him, fucking never shoot the ball. And he goes, the reason you're open is because you can't shoot. He goes, that's why you're open, son. You can't shoot the ball. So he goes, next time you're open and someone passes you, just pass it, all right? Because you can't shoot. So that's the deal with Lonzo Ball. Fuck, you know, it's like, oh, Lonzo's in the three, like in the corner. Nobody's like, oh, I better run over there. Everyone like sort of stands and watches him shoot it. And Lonzo fucking jumps up and he does his fucking like his push job there, though. You know, he fucking pushes it. I swear to God, it was the worst shot I've ever seen. Like, it was clam chowder bad. And I love you, Chowder, but it was bad. And so he fucking shoots the ball. It fucking hit the side of the backboard, man. Now, listen, you'll see guys sometimes take a shot and they'll fucking bounce up and over the back. You know, that'll happen. That's just a weird bounce off the rim and shit. Once in a while, you'll see someone, but they'll hit the side of the backboard like that. Just, it's hard to do that. It's hard to hit that part. So it's like once, you know, you'll see it a couple of times a year where the shot clock is expiring and someone's kind of stuck under there and they'll kind of like, they'll throw it up or whatever. You know what I mean? I've never seen in 47 years, I'm 47 years old, I've never fucking seen once in my life somebody in the NBA wide open a three-point shot from the corner, chuck it, and it violently hit the fucking side of the backboard. Even Lonzo, like after it hit, he sort of stopped and watched it. Like I watched it like 30 times in a row. I couldn't stop laughing. It's just like his horrible delivery, the casualness. Like, I don't even think he fucking looked. Like, I swear to God, he caught the ball and he shot it so fast. He caught it and he just fucking chucked it. He's basically like a blind dude, like just fucking pushing it. And did it go in? Did it go in? It's like, no, it didn't go in. It hit the side of the backboard, bro. Don't do that again. And it led, the funniest shit too, it led to a fast break on the other end and Lonzo starts running back. Like I said, I'm not picking on the kid, whatever. He's got his attributes and shit, but that was the worst motherfucking three-point shot I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if you guys understand. Like, so he's in the corner. Guys, it didn't hit the backboard. Like, he smacked, you know what I mean? Like, the skinny part of it. Bam. Like, basically, think about that. Like, it was like 3 to 4 feet offline of the rim. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nearly behind the backboard. Like, dude, like a couple of inches, he's missing. Like, I usually, guys, it's not an air ball where a guy will fucking shoot it and misses the whole backboard and whatever. It happens. It happens to good three-point shooters once in a while. I've seen Curry fucking toss air balls. You know what I mean? But you got to understand. Like, it's like a fucking being, it's like having an open net in hockey and somehow putting it in the third fucking section of the arena. Like, you didn't miss the net. You didn't put it over the glass. You fucking put it in like the 32nd row somehow. Like I said, like if you tried to do that shot, you wouldn't be able to do it. Like if you tried to hit the skinny part of it like that, it was violent too. He's got such a violent shot, man. And it's fucking hilarious because nobody knows where the rebound's going to go. Like these NBA players, they're good at anticipating where the rebound. They kind of have a sense, all right, that when Wade shoots, Wade's a good shooter. Like if you're a good shooter, it's going to be a soft rebound, right? It's like a good gambler. You're going to lose by half a point. So it's like a soft, you know what I mean? Guys, good shooters will just miss. And it's like, man, the rebounds, I'm going to get the rebound right out of the basket. It's going to softly roll off and I'm going to put it back in. Lonzo fucking ball shots, guys. It's like people move out of the way like it's fucking live bullets. Like the ball hits the fucking rim, man, if you're lucky. It hits the rim and it comes out like a cannon, fuck. Bang! And the ball fucking, like, it's like, I swear to God, I've watched this pattern, guys. It's fucking funny. I swear to God, watch the next time Lonzo takes a shot. No one is going to run sort of like when you'll see guys shoot, the defenders will sort of, all right, I'm going to go into the basket and they sort of jog under. Like it's like that little, you know, there's 2-3 big men under there trying to get the rebound. Watch when Lonzo shoots. The coaches and everyone's aware of this now. They're like, dude, don't go into the basket when he shoots, all right? Because it's going to violently ricochet somewhere. So basically, you want to be like 8 feet away from the rim. So when he shoots it, it's like dodgeball, fuck. It comes off the rim and it's dangerous. Whoa, got it. Caught it. Whoa, you got to duck and shit? It's like fucking, it's like a gun ricocheting off a wall. Like, bang, whoa, live bullets here. It's like, I swear to God, you'll see NBA players, and these guys are tough too. Like, I've seen NBA players sort of flinch almost. They're like fucking, where's that fucking, you know, where's his rebound going, man? Fucking, because no one knows. You could be standing there and it just fucking will hit you in the face and shit if you're not ready, if you're not looking. Yeah, man. Guys are ducking and shit when he shoots now. It's that bad, Lonzo. Like, Lonzo Ball is going to be the first player ever to fucking break the backboard, but not on a dunk. It'll be gold if he could do it, too. Like, I'd almost tell him, dude, just do it somehow. Like, Lonzo Ball is going to shoot a 3 one day, and it's going to fucking crack the backboard. Crack the glass. Like, he's going to shoot it so fucking hard, it's going to crack the glass. And with all that being stated, I like the Lakers tonight. Better shooter, Rondo or Ball? Damn. If Rajon Rondo and Lonzo Ball played a game of horse, you couldn't call it horse. It would be called ho. H-O. Whoever hits two. Whoever hits two. Ho. It's not horse, it's ho. Here come the Bruins. $32-32. I didn't jump on the total because I started telling the story about Lonzo Ball and got distracted. And I do want to get in on the Lakers here. Lakers and the over. It was a fucking track meet last time they played. Lakers are +2. I don't understand this. Man, the total's up to 232 right now. Let me get this total in here. I'll buy it a half a point. I'll make it, you know what? I can get 230 at -130, so let's just do that. And we're in. All right, so like we stated, I'm on the LA Lakers +2 over 230, and I'm on UCLA, and my over in the UCLA game's done. See, like I was saying earlier, man, Long Island guys. So the total was 136.5. It went down, and they were literally at like 128, 129 with about 3 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left. And I actually thought, I was like, you know, in a normal circumstance, this is fucking done. Fuck. Obviously, it's going over. Except I had a weird feeling. I'm like, man, when you get these really bad teams, you don't know what they're going to do late. They don't do the smart thing late. And Long Island didn't fucking try at the end. I'm not saying they rolled over. They didn't like quit, but they quit. Like they didn't play the foul game at the end. They did it once, literally. Like they were down 6. They missed the shot. They fouled them. They hit the 2 free throws. They were down 8. They went down the court. They missed, and they pretty much tapped out. Like they didn't try for the last minute or so when they were down 8 and 9. They basically just said, we're not going to be able to come back, and we're out. It's kind of pretty pathetic, to be honest. You know, you guys get into the fucking tournament, and, you know, the least you can fucking do is play for a full 40 minutes. And I'm glad the NIT changed the rules, too. They should bring this to the NCAA. It's fucking ridiculous. I hate that. So, like, tonight, same thing. You know, the game was like 4-6 points with about 4 minutes left. You know, Radford sort of just pulled away late to cover, actually. Like, that's why it was frustrating. LIU could have covered and it should have went over, but could have, should have, would have, didn't. So, you know, so these fuckers from Radford, they let the fucking 30 seconds go. And they shoot at the last second, right? It's a bad shot, Lonzo Ball style. Kid fucking ricochets a bad 3. It was such a bad shot, it fucking bounced right back to him. And then, you know, I got another 30 seconds. So that was like the total. You know, it went from 2.5 to 1.5 because of one fucking missed shot. That's ridiculous in college basketball. You shouldn't be able to stand there for 30 fucking seconds, man. It's bullshit. You know, 24 seconds. It should be 24 seconds. You know, they're making it still 30 in the NIT now. They made it that if you get an offensive rebound, your own team, it doesn't reset. It doesn't reset to 30. It resets to 20. That's better than nothing, you know. But I haven't seen any NIT tonight. And I don't know. Is it a shit show? Or like guys not realizing, I got to get rid of the ball faster. But, you know, players are going to like it because they get to shoot more. Yeah, after all this, I hope so. We just ripped him. Bruce Chad's asking if there's any guests tonight. Evidently, we're boring Bruce Chad. Sort of bore you, Bruce Chad. Last night he fell asleep. He was probably the one who gave us a thumbs down. Although I think Bruce missed the thumbs down episode. I know Big Man might join us later. He said he might, but I haven't seen him online in a couple hours. I didn't talk to him. He was on the radio show earlier. Jeff Feinberg. There's a lot of options for you, Bruce. You don't have to sit here and be bored. You could take a bath with a toaster. You could stick a fork in a toaster. We've got a lot of ideas for you, Bruce. Yeah, so Jeff Feinberg. Yeah, Jeff Feinberg was actually, he's our Tuesday night guy, Feinberg. But we knew that we were going to be stressed out about the basketball and stuff. Yeah, go for a long ride, bike ride with no seat. It's to the point where we're just gonna have to ban them. Like that's what it's gonna come to. Jazz has already been a proponent of it for a while, and you know what? I think Jazz has been onto something. Bruce is like LeVar Ball. He's an attention seeker. That's what he's been reduced to. Bruce Chad's the new fucking sports rage chat troll. We never thought, Bruce, I never thought this is what we would come to for you, but you're this close to making it official. You're this close to making it official. So, yeah, so Tuesday night is Jeff Feinberg night, but it's March Madness night. We're not on tomorrow night. So we've got to go over the tournament one last time here this evening with you guys. Next time we see you here on SBR will be on Thursday morning with Teddy and Paulie Howard. But Feinberg's under the weather this evening. He's probably gotten too much sun. The guy's always on vacation everywhere. I don't know. Yeah, so Feinberg. Another thing is, too, I don't know how the fuck Mexico didn't just score here. The other thing is, too, I'm with Tony. I swear to God, fuck, I think that with Feinberg, we might ask him to go audio only in the future. His ADD and his constant movements freak us all out and give us all motion sickness. Let's just be real. I love Feinberg's hits, but it really is to the point. It's like Bruce Chad upsetting me for real and Feinberg making me dizzy for real. Like, I can't look at him. He freaks me out, fuck. He's fucking moving like this and like that. He's fucking going in and out. He's fucking somehow talking over his mic, and then he doesn't. And he's fucking, you can always tell he's panicking about a game because he's looking over. You can tell he's fucking bouncing his leg and shit. I do that too, though. So he's bouncing his leg. It's like, I swear, even when I'm talking to him, I'm like, dude, you got to fucking sit still, fuck. You're trying, Like, even everyone in the chat, man, you guys notice it. It's not just me, because I thought, I was like, man, this guy really moves a lot. But it's like fucking spastic movement now. It's too much. It's fucking making me dizzy. Like, I'm literally getting dizzy, fuck. See, Corrente can't look, so he freaks him out. He's so close to the camera and he's got that hat on. It's like he's moving around. Like you said, he makes you nervous. Like he makes me nervous. He makes everyone nervous. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Razor. It's like he's pacing while sitting somehow. We've all noticed it. Everyone's like, dude. It's like, dude, you really got to stop moving around so much, man. No, Jimmy the Bag is fucking stationary next to Feinberg, fuck. The thing is, I watched Feinberg, and I saw Feinberg on DraftKings. So Feinberg does the DraftKings stuff. Feinberg would crack in a fucking second, fuck. I'm not robbing a bank with Feinberg, man. You think Feinberg's lasting an interrogation? He'll snitch you out more quicker than Bruce Chad. Feinberg would crack. Next time we have Feinberg on, I don't know if you're watching Feinberg. We're just having some fun here with you, but I got to ask you, too. You might even be watching. I know he watches the show. So, like, you can't play poker, bro. There's no way, right? Like, you can't bluff anybody. Like, I imagine Feinberg, when he gets a good hand, he's like, oh. It's like, can you imagine Feinberg, like, bluffing anybody playing poker, like, not knowing? Like, could Feinberg just be, like, stone cold, not move, and just have that face, like, Feinberg would be fucking, he'd be all, like, grinning, like, I think someone would fucking kill him at a table there in Vegas. I think someone would say, dude, if you don't stop moving, I'm going to smash this chair over your fucking head. Like, there'd be no bracelet. He's like, how can he bluff? So I'm watching the video with Pop Mayo, fuck, right? I'm watching the video with Pop Mayo, and Feinberg's kind of sitting still and shit. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what's the fucking deal? What? Yeah, what? You sit still for Mayo, but you fucking move around like a fucking nut job with me? So I actually asked him, fuck. I actually asked him, like, what's the deal, man? I said, I noticed you don't move so much on the Mayo show. He's like, oh, no, Pat fucking really freaked out about that. Because the DraftKings people told him, listen, you got to stop moving around so much. So he sits there, and you can tell it's like, it's hard. He's sitting there, and you can just tell it's like, almost let the guy move, fuck. It's part of him. That's it. That's his shtick, fuck. He moves, all right? So it's like me talking with my hands. It's like, you know what I mean? You know, I see myself on mute on TV, and I'm like fucking, my fucking waving my arms everywhere. But it's funny, fuck, you see Jeff, and he's sitting there, and he's kind of like, yeah. And you can tell when Pat's talking that he seems like you can almost feel that it's driving him crazy. He's probably sitting there thinking, fuck, I want to move right now, but fuck, I fucking can't. Because, yeah, it's one thing if you're bobbing and weaving on a podcast at night with a bunch of fucking degenerate gambling potheads. But, yeah, you're doing that DHD fucking DraftKings. He's fucking bobbing and weaving. He's sitting there at the table sort of rocking back and forth and shit. 44-44. 46-44. Yeah, Steve Alford's clapping. You better be fucking clapping, Alford. You're fucking walking. You're hitchhiking back to LA after this. And when you go back to LA, that's just to pack up your stuff. You didn't hear, Alford? Chip Kelly's taking over. Fuck. Chip Kelly's taking over the football and basketball team. That'd be awesome, fuck. Just have one coach, fuck. One coach. I bet you a Beeline was our football coach would beat Ohio State, fuck. Oh, come on, UCLA. That thing, dude, who you guys watching that? That's pathetic, bro. You got a fucking wide open layup here. You could have dunked it. You fucking missed the layup. Like, really? That's what you do? Goldman? Holy fuck, Goldman. Alford realizes what's at stake. Yeah, Goldman, take a seat, Goldman. It's like, hey, Dolman, fuck, come here. Sit down, Goldman. Goldman better watch his back, fuck. OJ's not a fan of fucking people named Goldman. Fucking OJ's gonna fucking whack Goldman on UCLA now. Hey, OJ, chill out. Hey, chill out, OJ. Fucking, there's a white guy named Goldman in Brentwood. Fucking OJ. OJ doesn't like that. OJ wants him gone. What's OJ up to right now? What's OJ plotting? Fuck. TFC are hanging on for dear life right now. These motherfuckers, these Tiger dudes, these guys are fucking. These guys, I don't know how they haven't scored yet. Like, they've been so close so many times, it just won't go in for them. Speaking of people freaking, they're going to fucking freak, man. They're going to freak if they get eliminated by TFC. Fucking coach might get decapitated. 46-44, UCLA, just, you've had opportunities to pull away here, but you miss layups, you miss open looks, you kick the ball, you turn it over. It's kind of the sort of the game that I expected, although I thought it would be higher scoring, but this really is a fucking lesson learned, guys. The totals are going to be 0-2 to the under, 2-0 to the under in this tournament after this game. This game's not going over the number unless it goes to overtime. NCAA tournament games, man. It's different. It's not a regular season game. It's not even a conference tournament game. It's a different environment. Like, even the conference tournament games, guys, those kids are playing in arenas that they played. 3-ball UCLA. They're playing in arenas in a conference tournament that they played in before. It's always in the conference. Or in Vegas, the Pac12. They play there every year. Fuck, there's always tournaments there and shit. It's the West Coast. I'm just saying that you get these teams into the NCAA tournament, and it's a neutral court. It's fucking far. UCLA traveled 2,700 miles. You don't know how they're going to react, like offensively, the pace of the game. And they're essentially playoff-style games, tournament game, playoff-style game. Like, I'm noticing, man, no one's pushing anything. Fuck. Everyone's setting up shop. Everyone's looking for the coach for approval for the play. It's, I'm noticing this shit is much more micromanaged. Now, how is that not a fucking foul, man? Boom, UCLA connects. That was bullshit. That should have been a foul on St Bonaventure. So you know what I mean? Like, there might be a few games where there's a track meet and shit, but we got to be careful with these totals, guys. There's a lot at stake in these tournament games. You have a lot of these teams with kids playing in a tournament for the first time. You have coaches on the hot seat. Like, Alford looks like he's freaking. Like, Steve Alford knows, if I lose this game, if I lose a play-in game it's a St Bonaventure, and we're UCLA, you know, if he doesn't get fired, like he gets fired next year type of shit. If he doesn't, like, you know, like patience is going to run out. They're getting sick of the Sweet 16 only runs with this guy at UCLA up there in Brentwood. That's a good call. Good to see you, old man. That's a great call. You imagine like OJ's agent trying to get on that show and in that like ad campaign. Hey, OJ Simpson here. Hey, OJ's a real big fan of that Heisman House with Bo Jackson and Doug Flutie and everybody. That's some great stuff from Marcus Mariota. The ad. How do you guys feel? You know, OJ would love to be part of this. It'd be great. Like you'd have the guys, Marcus Allen. Well, Marcus Allen's in that house. Fitting. Yeah, I didn't watch the interview, Kitchener Ranger Ray, just because it's, you know. Yeah, Charlie. Now, for the record, yeah, exactly. You know, it'd be great, like in the, you know, those guys in the Heisman House, you can have any ad. They're watching a game. You know, they're having a good time. They're watching the game, talking shit in the living room, and fucking OJ comes in. Hey, guys, I'm back. Everyone's like, ooh, and then it just ends. Heisman House, ooh, OJ. The Heisman House. No, OJ, this isn't a halfway house. It's the Heisman House. Not a halfway house, Heisman. Still 0-0. Yeah. I see tonight, we're not talking politics now, but I see that this dude tonight, I think he's going to win, a Democrat in Pennsylvania, Connor Lamb. Isn't Connor Lamb like the fucking quarterback of fucking Appalachian State? I swear to God, like, isn't that the quarterback's name? Like, let me look this up. Like, when I heard on the politicians, they're like, and Connor Lamb. I'm like, man, Connor Lamb sounds like a fucking Sunbelt quarterback. Like, totally. Like, not a Michigan quarterback or a Notre Dame quarterback, but the name Connor Lamb, you're like the quarterback at fucking, you know, Texas San Antonio, Texas Tech, you know, great new young quarterback, Connor Lamb, throwing for 5 touchdowns a game. What's the Appalachian State QB? Pops up fucking Armani Edwards. Fuck off. We know you beat Michigan. Taylor Lamb. I was close. It's like the other day I told Cam, and I actually thought it was true too. I was like, yeah, I said, I think Casper Ware, the basketball player, the kid who played at Long Beach, he plays in Melbourne now in the NBL. I said, wasn't that the guy in that movie Face Off with fucking Casper Ware? I was like, wasn't that the Nick Wasn't that the Nicolas Cage character in that movie Face Off, Casper Ware? I really thought I would answer that on Jeopardy. I'd be like, Casper Ware? No, it was Castor Troy. Castor Troy, not Casper, Castor. Yeah, I knew these East fucking Coast kids would be scrappy, Kyle. This is the classic example of grit versus pussydom, fuck. This is embarrassing for fucking UCLA, man. These Bonnie's kids want it bad, and UCLA, I don't know, man. They just seem like UCLA. This is unacceptable. I blame Alford for this. Body language, bad. Malinsky brought it up today about these guys at UCLA, about how they're a big team. They're the 5th biggest team in college basketball, but they don't play big. They've turned the ball over 17 times to the Bonnies 5 times, and suddenly the Bonnies have a fucking 4-point lead. A little slow to change the scoreboard there, buddy. 55-51. Crowd's going fucking crazy. And that's another thing, too. We talk about it, man. Proximity, proximity, proximity. Location, location, location. Look at that. The arena's full, man. It's like half the fucking schools there, St Bonaventure, and they're all going crazy. How many UCLA students do you think went to this game? None. How many UCLA Bruin fans you think said, yeah, I'm going to fly to Dayton, Ohio to watch us play St Bonaventure in a fucking play-in game? I'm going to fly 2,700 miles for this game. How many people? What, the families? The mother? UCLA flew 2,700 miles. St. Bonaventure, 400-mile drive. St. Bonaventure hopped on the team bus, and here they are. I tell you tomorrow night, Syracuse beats Arizona State. Same thing. The Pac-12 sucks, man. Let's just call it out for what it is. The Pac-12 fucking sucks. I brought it up last night. All these people that love Arizona this, Arizona that. Yeah, whatever, man. The Pac-12 hasn't won a fucking championship since 1997. They haven't made it to a title game since 2006. They had 3 fucking teams in the tournament, man. All right? And 2 of them are in a play-in game. Like the Atlantic 10 sent more people to the fucking dance. The Conference of Champions, my fucking ass. And it's weird, too, because the Pac-12 is a big-time conference. It's entertaining, but, man, I don't know. The results aren't there. You guys in your little Conference of Champions bullshit, you're never in play when it comes to the college football playoff. You're the conference that everyone's like, yeah, and yeah. And yeah, whatever. You guys better fucking run the table because we're not impressed. And, you get 3 fucking teams. Like I said, USC gets fucking Ohio State. Big-time Pac-12 team against a big-time Big Ten team. The fucking Ohio State murdered them, fuck. Washington State, fuck. Washington State gets beat up by Minnesota in the fucking bowl game 2 years ago. Ooh, Luke Falk and Mike Leach. Ooh, it's genius. Yeah, I know. Fucking half the team of Minnesota were suspended, fuck. They were playing like walk-ons in the fucking secondary, and they still beat you. Pac-12, you send 3 fucking teams to the fucking tournament this year. 2, boom. Well, good for you. UCLA is going to be out tonight. Arizona State will be out tomorrow night. At this rate, I'm starting to think, why not take the fucking the Buffalo Bulls plus the 8? Arizona are good, but would it shock you if Arizona struggled against Buffalo? It wouldn't shock me. All right, you got 5 minutes, UCLA. You're down by 4. You got time. You can do this, but you got to get it together here. Stop turning it over. And stop playing soft under the basket, man. Again, soft. Soft under the basket. I don't know why fucking Holiday isn't just fucking shooting the ball and taking this fucking game over. Stop passing it, man. Too much passing in basketball nowadays, man. These fucking coaches, ooh, pass the ball. Fuck off, pass the ball, fuck. If you're a fucking smart coach, let your best kid fucking hog it and shoot. Oh, I got to spread it around my ass. No one's hitting shit, fuck, all right? You know, look at the Portland Trailblazers. When the Blazers get serious, what do? Fuck. Give it to Lillard. Everybody else, fuck off. Get out of the way. You know, why? Why? Because he hits short shots at a higher percentage than you do, kid. That's why. Open three. Welsh misses it. UCLA are just too soft. They don't have that desire to take it to the rack and fight and like take, you know, get free throws. I mean, look, St Bonaventure are in the bonus. UCLA are not. You guys are the 5th biggest team in college basketball. Look how tall these guys are. Look how big they are. UCLA, 3-ball. Ooh, that might be a dagger. 58-51, motherfucker. St Bonaventure, man. This is, you know, I'm not going to freak because this is a learning lesson before the tournament starts for real here. Go with my gut. Go with the East Coast. Bet against certain conferences. Look at this. They're falling apart. They're falling apart, UCLA. You guys are getting overwhelmed. These East Coast kids from fucking Buffalo and shit are fucking you guys up, man. It really is, man. You know, you want to talk about March Madness and how to bet this shit. I've said this for years, and the same thing. Remember when, like, we bet, we racially stereotype. Remember that night we did it? We bet on fucking snooker. We were like, fuck, man, this Scottish guy's not losing to the Iranian guy, right? So it was like, hey, I remember saying it that night. I said if it was wrestling, I'd bet on the Iranian. It's fucking snooker. I'm taking the Scot. Little did we know that it was like the best Middle Eastern player in the history of the Middle East, that guy we bet against. We beat him, though. We beat him. But you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll bet international sports, and it'll be like, well, you know, these guys are going to beat these guys. Like if you see a Canadian dude playing a fucking Korean dude in fucking badminton, who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to win? If it's ice hockey and it's Canada versus fucking Rwanda, who's going to win? Right? So I look at this. I believe in this shit. These guys are kids. They're not pros. So they really are from certain neighborhoods. They have a sort of mentality still. The teams have an identity. And I knew UCLA are more talented by far than St. Bonaventure. But the kids from St. Bonaventure are going to want it more. They're physically tougher. They're mentally tougher. The game is in the Midwest. You know, you add up all the invariables, and that's why these Pac-12 teams lose. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be deja vu tomorrow. It's going to be all kinds of Syracuse fans there tomorrow night. Arizona State are going to be all fucking flustered. Oh, we're in Dayton, and, you know, Syracuse beat them tomorrow night. Steve Alford fucking sucks elephant cock, fuck. Yeah, we bet on snooker, Corrente. Where's that guy Timor? Remember Timor? I think he bets on. There's a couple of you guys. There's a couple of guys in the UK. We got some Brit guys that tune into. Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. You know, and basketball is one sport where you can sort of will yourself to victory. Hockey and basketball. You can't will yourself to victory in baseball. You need a good pitcher. You know what I mean? Football is the toughest. There ain't no willing yourself to victory in football. You know, the whole, oh, we just want it more in football. Nah. Who's bigger? Who's faster? Who's got a better quarterback? It's pretty simple. Like, the better team wins. Yeah, predictions guy. Exactly. No, yeah, it's it. Kyle Hamburg says, Bonnie's over Gators. You know what, Kyle? That matchup is interesting in a sense that the kids on the Florida Gators are not UCLA. The kids on the Florida Gators are not like fucking bitches. Like, that's one thing. Like, these kids will fucking, you know, they'll stab you in the parking lot. if they had to. But they're a big-time program who's kind of flaky. Well, the Lakers are up 35-22 right now. Do I get a cut then? Do I get a cut from the win? What up, Dale 04? Good to see you, buddy. Do I get a cut, Delacool? You bet big because of me. Don't do that in the future, dude. It's just, I like the game, but don't, Morency likes it, I'm going to go really big on it. Unless I say I love this game, but I just like the Lakers tonight. Don't go massive on any of these regular season plays. Gators and St Bonaventure? It'll be pick'em, I think. Maybe 4 to Gators, -1. No, I'm just busting your balls, Dina. Cool. All right, guys, we'll take a quick break here. Quick break, and I'm going to share some of the database trends with you. And we'll go over some of these games, all right? We'll have some fun breaking down March Madness. Like I said, I can't be here until 2 a.m. here tonight, but we'll get through some games. Here come UCLA, man. Just like I said a minute ago, these guys have fucking heart. These kids from the Pac-12 are fucking mentally tough.
Offensive possession for UCLA all evening. Maybe the biggest contribution of the night by Thomas Walsh to bang out the loose ball and get him an extra possession. Stockard! Missed that one bad. And we hit the 2-minute mark here at game. 2-point lead for St Bonaventure. Coleman thought about it. Back to Ali. And what a save on the baseline from the Trace to King to get it to his mates. Mark Smith wants a timeout as they try to catch their breath. 1:39 left in Dayton in a 2-point game.
Jersey Mike's believes in the value of ingredients, in the virtue of intention, and in the idea that making a sub and making a difference can be one and the same. Join us Wednesday, March 28th. All day, we're donating 100% of sales to local charities. It's not a gimmick or an act. It's just using a great sub to make a difference. Jersey Mike's. Help nourish, help flourish. Be a sub above.
Gabe Morency had 2 timeouts apiece. And both teams will be in the bonus on the next whistle. As we expected this to be fun, 2 evenly matched teams, with the winner advancing to take on Florida.
You didn't expect it to be this much fun. But no, I mean, the pace of it, even though we got, scoring right around 60 points, the pace of it is something that's been remarkable, the way these teams have pushed it up the floor, particularly St Bonaventure turning it over, turning UCLA over.
Adams gets it back, fires a 3. This has been his night. Very off balance on that shot, man. I thought he did take his time to get his feet set.
I'm really surprised that the ball did not go through.
Well, the officials, guys, disagreeing with the call. They were about to say offensive foul, and then they put it on the bodies. It's on Adams. Boy, what a huge call that is. Instead of Bonnie's basketball, they just say 1-1 for Aaron Holiday.
Let's watch it. Let's see if it's the first foul.
Oh, my goodness.
That's on Holiday. Clever, crafty move. Because the referee on that side couldn't see it, and this one had it zeroed in, but he was overruled.
Wow. Holiday takes advantage. Trying to become the first UCLA Bruin to lead the Pac-12 in scoring since Reggie Miller back in the 85-86 season.
If I'm St Bonaventure is coming down the next time, I think the ball has to go through Stockard. He doesn't have to shoot it, but he's the guy that UCLA worries about because of his capabilities, particularly in a mismatch situation.
UCLA with 7 straight to tie it at 58. Adams cannot find his stroke here with under a minute left. A day with Florida hanging to the balance. Adams, splash! Long 2.
That is
St Bonaventure back in front. You gotta have
that is
confidence, no matter what. Awful shit.
Fuck. Oh, can we go to overtime and get our fucking over in this game? Can we go to overtime and get our over here?
You take a look off the bounce right here. This shot he's had trouble with all evening. And then at the most significant moment in the game, he knocks it down. As I said, Mark Smith has a lot of faith in this young man.
Smitty, you know what that psychology is like. You've been struggling all night. You're a shot maker. His team is relying on him. You got to take that big one at the end. And Adams with one of the biggest shots of his career.
He has, Spiro, and you're right. I mean, he's been struggling, but a lot of confidence. He's still been aggressive as the amount of field goals he's taken. But on that shot, finally on his jump shot, I thought he was on balance to be able to knock that one down.
And if he had missed, what would you have said?
Take the next one, young fella. You got to take.
I don't know about that, man.
You got to take the next one. You're the leading scorer.
Trip the balance on the line.
You got to go for it.
What is Steve Golfer drawn up here? 38 seconds left. The Bruins down 2. Holiday. One of the great players in the country this season. Nearly lost it. Gets it back. Knocked away. Adams has it. And he is fouled by Ali. Bonnie's still in the bonus, so 1-1 here with 27 seconds left.
Over
A chance to extend to a 4-point lead.
Over penetration. That's what happened with Holiday.
He has to recognize he had drew 3 defenders. You always have a bailout, especially with the size on the floor for him. Good job right here. Now, you have to give it up right now. You got to find somebody because of so many people you draw and you collapse the defense.
That's exactly what happened. That's where the penetration came from. Dribbling into problems and then gets surrounded by 3 guys.
Sending it to UCLA,
Jalen Adams. His mother, Yolanda.
They need to miss this one.
Here to watch. Middle of your screen.
She is looking up, looking down, looking up, and this is a big free throw for the bodies and Jalen Adams.
And it makes it 2 possessions.
Hard to believe it. He was directly recruited by the big programs out of Baltimore, the senior. One of the most prolific scorers in the Atlantic 10 the last couple of years. Has given the bodies a 4-point lead with 27 ticks of the clock left.
Hey, saloons are locked. Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armor was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum.
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Bruins basketball down 4. What's Steve Alford telling his guys here?
Well, I think right now is you got to run some kind of play where you get a chance, a quick hitter, and then on the defensive end, you got to be solid and you got to try to go for the steal and you got to play the foul game right now if you're the Bruins.
Best available shot. Try to penetrate for 2.
Holiday, offensive.
Fuck me. That's the game.
Well, what's the call here? The officials quickly stepping between them as words were exchanged.
St. Bonnie's was grabbing at the ball. Holiday wouldn't give it to him. And the officials just intervened to get the ball back.
Number 4 on Holiday and a second consecutive force.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Griffin is just standing there all alone. You're Holiday. You have to give the basketball up.
Well, this will be a reaching foul. Holiday can't believe it. Trying to dislodge it away from Adams. It's on Wilkes, the freshman. They're now a double bonus situation. 2 free throws for Jalen Adams. The St Bonaventure can push this to a 6-point lead.
Jalen Adams at the line for St Bonaventure shooting 2.
St Bonaventure team that tied a school record this season, 25 wins. Hoping to take the next step and move on to Dallas, where Mike White and the Florida Gators await.
St Bonaventure shooting under 40% at 38%, but they've gotten to the line now. What are they, 13 of 18?
They have dominated points off turnovers and points in the paint for a group that is much smaller than the Bruins. That is all awesome determination. That's right.
Said it earlier, Bonnies have lost just once since late January. That was in the 18th semis against Davidson, a game that they played without Courtney Stockton. Offensive foul.
Aaron Holiday has pretty much lost control of his emotions.
Holiday has fouled out, and his season likely over.
Definitely a push-off. As you can see, frustration for Aaron Holiday. 63-58 with 12 seconds left.
And I can see where the frustration comes from. St. Bonaventure.
I agree. I think they can beat Florida, too. We see all the time these teams that win one of these games goes on a run. They haven't lost. Like, they've lost once since fucking January 18th. We underestimated the Bonnies. Like I said, it's a pretty bad loss for Steve Alford, in my opinion, man. You motherfucking, I get it. St. Bonaventure, a scrappy team. You're UCLA. You shouldn't be in a play-in game, and you certainly shouldn't be rolling over like this. You got beaten down when as soon as, push came to shove, St. Bonaventure fucking stepped up. They didn't even have to dig down that deep, man. They dove for loose balls, and, Malinsky brought this up earlier today. All the little things in the basketball game St. Bonaventure would do and UCLA wouldn't do. Like, look at the body language of UCLA. They're all just fucking, it's been like this for the last 5 minutes, fuck. There's a kid sitting alone at the end of the bench. Look at these guys. Bonnie fans celebrating. I agree. Florida have been cold down the stretch. You look at these fucking fans. They're all fired up. St. Bonaventure's fired up. They have that little momentum going in. Florida hasn't played in fucking over a week suddenly. And Bonnie students and fans are really fucking happy right now. Look at UCLA fucking sitting out there on the floors. No one's talking. Alfred's not even talking to them. Great coaching, Alfred. What's Alfred doing right now? You're not even talking to your team. The UCLA are all sitting down. Look at the kids on Bonaventure. They're all standing. Kids on UCLA are all just sitting there, and Alfred's not even talking to them. You're fired. I'm dead serious. This isn't because of my bet or anything like that, but you've got to go. It's time. We gave you've had your chance. You're done. You're done. Like, it's over, fuck. The UCLA Bruins are supposed to be one of the fucking model fucking programs in college basketball that's a brand name institution, and quite frankly, you're just not getting the job done, dude. You got to go. You're fired. Fire him. Fire him. And
the St. Bonaventure Bonnies moving on to Dallas, where they will take on the Florida Gators on Thursday night.
What a name. The Bonnies. The St. Bonaventure Bonnies. It's like, and the Michigan Mishies. Look at the coach. Parents. See, the UCLA parents aren't there and shit. That's what I'm talking about. Like, tomorrow night, it'll be the same thing with the Syracuse crowd. There'll be a bunch of Syracuse fans there. The Syracuse family's all going to be there. It makes a difference. They feel that extra support. So Florida plays St. Bonaventure Thursday night at 9:57 Eastern time. Late night Thursday night game. We'll be in Vegas for this game. We'll be on the air for this game with you guys. It starts. We're going to start our show at that time. We start at 10:03. Ooh, fuck, this chick's hot. I don't know what a Bonnie is. I guess a Bonnie is someone that goes to fucking, I guess Paul is someone that goes to St Bonaventure. All right, guys, listen. No, we're going to be at the Mirage on Friday, overtime 22. We talk about the Pac-12. Only 3 teams from the Pac-12 get in. Only 3 teams from the Pac-12 get in. One of them is just bounced. The other one's in a play-in game. The fact of the matter is the Pac-12 is just not very good. I think like we're seeing this. I think we're seeing this right now. Why would I get pinched in Las Vegas? The whole world is on Loyola Chicago in that game. I'm on Miami. Although I backed off from making it one of my top bets, but I'm on Miami in that game, Jay. You know, Loyola Chicago are good, but the ACC is actually good. It's not the Pac-12. The Miami Hurricanes won 4 of the last 5 games. It's not like they backed into the tournament or anything like that. Yeah, they had injuries. They lost their score. I get it. Giovinco with a free kick. Stop. Oh, if I don't wear green. Yeah, you know what, man? I was actually, maybe I'll bring my green my marijuana leaf maple leaf jersey. That'll fit right in for St. Patrick's Day. So I don't even know when St. Patrick's Day is. They had the parade here in Toronto fucking last weekend. See, I'm not Miami's the top pick or anything like that, but I think Loyola Chicago being a little bit overvalued and overrated. Oh, the 17th, so Saturday. What's up, Chris? When do you get in, Chris? When do you get in, Chris, to Vegas? Chris Edge in the house. What's up, Chris? When do you get in? $10 a.m. Friday. All right, I'll get your number. We'll hook up. This will be perfect for nice and green. It's perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Toronto marijuana leaves. Yeah, this is perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Davidson in Kentucky, I think that game will be a sweat job, and it'll just sort of come down to, somebody making a shot late, yes or no. All right, so like I said, I can't be here all night, so let me get down to business here. Now, I know not all of you are into trends, but I know some of you are into trends. And these aren't just trends, but these are facts. So we're going to share some of Mark Lawrence's database with you. Not everything, because he puts a lot of work into this. All right, so NCAA tournament trends. Number 1 seeds, 108-0 in the first round, straight up, 59-48-1 against the spread historically, the 1 versus 16. The 2 seed matchup. Out of 108 2 versus 15s, 8 times only has the 2 seed won outright. Yet the 2 seed teams are only 46-57-5 against the spread. All right, so here's some, let's see. Here are some teams with their records in the first round of the tournament historically here. So opening round games. Butler Bulldogs, 6-0 ATS, last 6 opening round tournament games. Auburn and Kansas are both 3-0. Xavier, 11-2-1 against the spread in first round NCAA tournament games. Arizona, Syracuse, and Texas A&M are all 6-1 against the spread in first round games. Yeah, these don't really mean much. Too generic. All right, so let's run through all these numbers. I'll share some of these trends with you throughout the evening. There's some interesting ones here, but none that are like easily right away explainable in the first round here. And the first round, whatever, we have all these big point spreads. The Mountain West really struggles, 0-5. But, a good example is, look, the Pac-12. Pac-12 has good trend numbers, and did they just cover? No, they just lost. Now, what's the score in the Laker game? 43-43, and the motherfucking total really slowed down here. Lakers only scored 8 points in the second quarter. Pathetic. We expected the Cleveland Cavaliers to blow these Phoenix Suns out. They're up 72-54 right now. Allen action. So one thing we were talking about earlier, it seems to me that both games went under, and you can't use these 2 games as clear examples of the NCAA tournament. Specifically the first one. You almost don't want to use that at Radford and LIU. But St Bonaventure and UCLA, that's a real tournament game. Those are tournament teams, real tournament game. And what do we see? Nowhere near the total. Nowhere near the total. Like, they missed the total by 30 fucking points. I like to bet over, so I really have to fucking be careful with this tournament not to fall for all these overs. I just went 0-2 betting overs tonight. Like I said, the LIU game looked like it was going to go over the number, but they stopped fouling. Like they didn't put the pedal to the metal late. They stopped fouling, and then this UCLA game, earlier the total went all the way up to 158, 159, and shit like that, 160. Ends up in the 120s. Dale, I always lose when I bet unders, it seems, in football, but I've had a little bit of success with the college basketball unders. All right, so let's go through every game right now. You guys are asking me about games. We'll be with you Thursday morning, but there's no show tomorrow night. So, pretty much these Thursday games I'll go over with you right now. And we must learn our lesson as far as these totals are concerned. All right. So we got those games tomorrow night. Like I said, I like Syracuse. That other fucking game, and I don't know, man. What is it? Texas Southern game? Texas Southern, NC Central. I lean with, and it's funny, I lean with you over, but I lean with Texas Southern, but I don't fucking know. They're crap-ass teams, right? We noticed tonight that the better team sort of pulled away here, but I do like Syracuse tomorrow. And Arizona State are favored. We did so. You add up all the variables here. Fuck that other Southern game. All right, I got nothing. Syracuse and Arizona State. We just saw a Pac-12 team play here, and quite frankly, UCLA are better than Arizona State are. So we just saw a UCLA team roll the fuck over in Dayton, Ohio, the same damn court they're going to be playing tomorrow. They flew nearly 3,000 miles to get there. The team that they played took a short bus trip there. Syracuse is damn close to fucking Dayton, Ohio. If they flew on a charter, Syracuse have a lot of money, so they probably will just charter shit. They're going to get there in 45 minutes type thing. It's a normal road trip for them. Their families are going to be able to be there. Their friends, the fucking boosters, the band, the students, you know what I mean? The whole 9 yards. Syracuse is a big-time program, and it's close. And if you're a Syracuse fan too, you might not be traveling everywhere to go see them in a tournament. This is sort of your shot, right? Ohio's not far. So, so Syracuse is going to have that advantage. You got Arizona State, who are coming from a conference that had 3 teams in the tournament only. One of them just got bounced pathetically to an Atlantic 10 team. Now you got to deal with a zone with Arizona State. And Malinsky brought it up as well when we talked with Dave about this game earlier in the day, that Arizona State played against the zone once this year, and it didn't go well for them. Who did they play that ran the zone? It was earlier in the year. I think it was Stanford. So listen, Arizona State's going to have to hit 3-point shots. I don't trust these guys. They're a 20-11 team from a shit-ass fucking conference, going from the West Coast to Dayton, Ohio, to play against Syracuse, early traveling a couple of 100 miles, 400 miles, whatever it is, 350. And I don't think they're going to deal with the zone very well. Like, if Arizona State was playing in Tempe and shit, and it was their rims and Syracuse, oh shit. TFC. They were plus 750. Wow. Was it offside or? That's not offside. It was weird. Like when they scored, TFC didn't celebrate. They sort of stood there. Wow. These guys, like I said, they were plus 750 to win this game. Wow. That's insane, man. They were, I don't know, minus 120. I almost grabbed that draw right now. I could see these guys scoring. The teams could score and then try to score again and be panicked. Oh, here comes the Google Hangout time. Great job, Google Hangouts. Thank you. Good for the first hour and a half. Oh, no, we got hit. Good for the first hour and a half. Fuck off, man. Fuck it. I'm so sick of this bullshit. Let's see. Is it any better? No, no. Would I hedge? No, I'm done with hedging and in-game and all this shit. I'm glad I want to be in Vegas. I don't have to worry about that bullshit. All right, give me a second, guys. I'll log out, log back in. It doesn't really make a difference when I do that, to be honest, but give me a second. And we're back. Is it any better? I'm going to guess no. No. We're going to freeze. Hey, I'm Max Headroom, everybody. What's up, Joanne? Good luck in the March Madness pool. Nah, it's not better, dude. It looks better for a second, but then look at that bullshit. Fuck, man. Look, seriously, I'm really getting tired of this fucking bullshit, man, every fucking night. Oh, the teams just scored. Yeah, I'm just sick of getting fucked with that shit, Reggie. I'm tired of it, you know? Should have cashed out, didn't cash out, freezing this and that and all that other bullshit. I would have got to go for a minute, guys. Yeah, I'm tired of that bullshit too, man. It's one good thing about Vegas. You can't cash out any fucking tickets. You can't cash out any fucking tickets. Like, oh, I want to buy out, cash out. Can you pay me now? And I don't even mind. You know, it'd be good old fashioned. I'll bet on the fucking game. Whatever happens, happens. Because you go crazy. You guys, I just said it too. I knew it. I knew the fucking Tigers going to fucking score. But I don't know. They're going to score again. I mean, I said take a draw, but they seem, the stadium's going fucking crazy right now. Pretty pathetic that they look at their grass. It's fucking perfect. And TFC's fucking pitch when they played here was pathetic. All right, so let's jump into some of these games. The video will be back in a minute. It usually takes about 10 minutes, guys, and then it clears up about 10, 15 minutes later. Like I said, it's not me. It's not the internet. There's nothing we can do. It's Google Hangouts. I do think that SBR should start looking at other avenues. Supposedly, this Zoom thing's pretty good. Jazz was telling us about Zoom. It's new, but compatible with YouTube as well. Because, yeah, I'm not the only one that's having problems with this. I'm not the only one that's been having problems with this Google Hangout at SBR. I know Big Man has had problems, Donnie, etc. Yeah, shift change. I don't know what the fuck. Google wants to fucking, hey, Google, you guys have self-driving cars. Fuck, how about fucking having Google Hangouts work? What's up, Scott F? I was very impressed when I discovered Google Hangouts, too. I didn't really know about it. And I was like, man, this is great. You can bring people on and stuff, but it seems like it's just been a little bit too much. No, still whacked out. Back to audio. All right, so let's get to these motherfucking games. I can't believe the Lakers. It's only 48-47 right now. Yeah, I'd take a look at the second half over in this game, but I'm already on the over, and I'm on the Lakers, so whatever. We're also on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs are fucking routing them like we thought, 92-66. Doesn't matter how bad you are, like, Phoenix. Like, Phoenix is just that bad. Like, the Phoenix Suns should just be, like, embarrassed at this point. But we've already discussed this. LeBron James is going off right now. Huge fantasy night. Up to 60 DK points. I was going to say my lineup sucks, but, yeah, James Enos III was a bust. Denzel Valentine, 14.5. That was actually a little more than I thought. Yeah, no profit on DraftKings tonight coming. All right, so we talked about, let's get down to business here. I'm going to rattle off every Thursday game here, okay? Holy shit. Oh, my God, what a goal. Giovinco. No. What the fuck? Free kick, boom. Man, he's not the best free kicker. I've seen him miss so many over the years. Wow. Wow. Shit's getting fucking crazy in Monterrey, Mexico tonight, man. Zach Jones in the house. What's up, Zach? I was just talking, Zach. Yeah, we got to go audio for a second. We're having Google Hangout problems recently, Zach. Usually for the first hour and a half of the show, it's fine. But we can't get through a whole night without, like, this shit kicking in all the time. It's not my computer and it's not my internet. But look forward to seeing you, Zach. When do you get in? I'll send you a message after. The only person worse than responding to messages than me, though, is Zach Jones. Look forward to seeing you, Zach. It'll be a good time. When do you get in? Are you already there? I'll send you a message after. I get in tomorrow night. Kind of late tomorrow night, so I'll see you Thursday. Is he the best? All right, good shit. I get in tomorrow night, Zach, but it'll be a little later. It'll be a little later, but I'll send you a message and shit. We'll hook up Thursday. And then, of course, we'll see you Friday at the Mirage. Best live bet right now? Fuck. I think fucking the Tigers to fucking score, I think, can make it 2-2. Yeah, so yeah, guys, tomorrow night, we told you about that. Yeah, tomorrow night, when I'm in the air and stuff, Clay Travis, Matt Holt, Kelly in Vegas will be on tomorrow night in my slot at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And then I'll be on with Paulie Howard and Teddy Covers Thursday morning, though, right, guys? And then Thursday night we'll be on. Thursday night throwdown live from Vegas. It's going to be epic. Although it looks like almost everyone that we know, like, the Rageaholics and you guys that are coming down. Yeah, I'd go over to the 113 in the second half, yes. I'm not chasing it because I'm already on the over 230 and I'm already on the Lakers. But, yeah, I'd go over second half here in the Laker game. The Texas Southern game, Marcelo's the one I don't really like. Come on, dude. It's, I lean with Texas Southern, but I can't sit here and tell you. I like the Mike Davis angle. I like the fact that they've got a coach that's been in big games before, but I do like Syracuse tomorrow, Marcelo. I like Syracuse to beat Arizona State tomorrow night. Eric, the Pac-12 is a fraudulent conference. UCLA just showed us that tonight. Syracuse are lucky to get in, but Syracuse always goes on fucking runs when they're lucky to get in. That's what they do. That's their thing. They got a second lease on life. They've been given an opportunity now. They've been given an opportunity now to get into the tournament. Empire building because I'm fired up for the NCAA tournament, and I got my focus on the NCAA tournament. I got my bet in this game. I don't want to start chasing shit. That's a good point, Donald Mao. You're a smart man, Mao. Chairman Mao. You're right, Chairman, because you got to read the lines. You're right. It doesn't even fucking matter what the points, what the teams are. You can bet. I told you guys, man, about my buddy, the Korean dude. Fuck, he doesn't even watch sports. Fuck, the guy's a great sports bettor. All he does, he looks at Pinnacle and he looks at other websites and he looks at numbers and he sort of figures out, all right, why is it this here? Why is it this? This means that. It's a trap, and he does pretty well by just understanding the number. Let's see, is the camera back? Are we back? Are we back to normalcy? Nope. Nope. We are not. It will come back. Like, this happens every night. Like, it will come back. But, usually it's about 15, 20 minutes or so. You guys don't really seem to care all that much. It pisses me off, but all right, so like I said, the Texas Southern NC Central game, I don't really have a strong opinion on. I'd be lying if I told you I did. If I had to bet it, I would take Texas Southern. I would lean to the over, but we were just talking about it earlier. These tournament fucking games have been weird with the points. I do like, as I've repeated a bunch of times, I do like Syracuse. So let's get into Thursday slate right now. The first game up, guys, in the morning, Oklahoma and Rhode Island. The total is 158, and I'm not going to be betting this shit because I don't fucking know. For all we know, it'll be 22-22 at the half. The game is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Fish That Say Pittsburgh. Great basketball movie, old school, from the 70s. Only Old Man Larry and Wawa and a few others will know what I'm talking about. Anyone in the chat remember The Fish That Say Pittsburgh? Set shot. Dr. J, there's a basketball team in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Fish. The Fish That Say Pittsburgh. I love those old fucking 70s basketball stuff. Settle down, Empire. We're not going to be on with Kelly tomorrow night. She'll be on though. Don't worry. You'll see her fucking her glowing assets. All right. Rosa's like showing my age. You know what I'm talking about, Rosa. What? The Fish That Say Pittsburgh. Old man remembers. Yeah, it's a good movie. Set shot. I remember too. One of my White Shadow is one of my favorite shows. I named my fantasy basketball team White Shadow. I love me some White Shadow. Fast Break with Gabe Kaplan. Gabe Kaplan was a talk show host when I lived in LA. Okay, so let's get down to these motherfucking games, guys. Oklahoma and Rhode Island. I'm not going to bet the total, but I am going to take Rhode Island. We just saw this Atlantic 10 team tonight beat up on a Pac-12 team. Rhode Island are also physically tough like St Bonaventures are. They're also guard-laden like St Bonaventure is. They're a small team that's going to give Oklahoma problems because of their speed, their over guard play. They spread you out. I think Trey Young's overrated. There's no way in hell Trey Young should be a top fucking 2 or 3 pick in the NBA draft. When there's some of these other studs, I would take Bagley fucking any day of the week over this kid. I'd take fucking Ayton over this kid any day of the week. I'll go down the list. There's a bunch of kids in the draft I like better than fucking Trey Young. Trey Young is just, he was the ESPN fucking kid this year, right? There's one guy every year that'll get overhyped by ESPN. He'll hit a couple of shots and, he's this and that. I'm not buying it. Give me the Rhode Island Rams. To beat Oklahoma. Now, this next game, Wright State and Tennessee. We're talking about got to be careful when we're betting on. You don't want to force totals and shit like that. But this total just feels a little low to me at 132. But I don't want to force it. But it does feel a little bit low at 142. I mean, both teams score. Tennessee scores 74 points a game. Wright State scores 72. Wright State's not going to score 72, but I could see Tennessee scoring 74. Tennessee, let's say Tennessee gets into the 70s, 74. Wright State, they average 72. They're not going to score 72 points on Tennessee. Let's say they score 72, 70. That's pretty much why they got a total of 132. I get it. I would actually lean with the over there. I think it's just a little too low at 132. I'm scared. When you bet an over in a Rhode Island, Oklahoma game, that's 158 points. You need a clean ride, guys. You have 3 minutes early in the fucking game when no one scores. You're fucked. We saw last week with these totals how they plummet. It'll go from 158 to fucking 143 in a heartbeat. You're screwed. The Tigers just scored, but it looks like they're calling it offside. No, it's a goal. Well, what did I say? Someone said best live in-game. You said best live in-game. I said the Tigers to score, fuck. Are they going to score again is the question. This shit went crazy. Underbettors are like, what the fuck just happened here? Man, the Tigers are plus 333 to win this game right now. So that's essentially, will they score in the next 6 or 8 minutes? All right, so yeah, the total just feels a little low, doesn't it, at 132? So guys, listen, I'm not there could be sides and opinions in each and every one of these fucking basketball games. But I'm just telling you what I like and what I was planning on betting. Now we're gonna share a money line parlay with you after, in which, yeah, if there's an upset, there's an upset, and they get us. But I think we can get through this with this money line parlay, actually. So my best bets, these are the games that I like the most on Thursday. I'm going to bet Rhode Island right out of the gate. I'm going to bet Rhode Island out of the gate. I'm not betting the total. I'll just take Rhode Island minus that on the money line. If it's -2, I always play the money line. Tennessee and Wright State. Tennessee's going to beat Wright State. I'll put them in a money line parlay. I lean with the over 132, but I'm not going to be betting on every motherfucking game. NC Greensboro and Gonzaga. Gonzaga should fucking tattoo them, but I'll put them in a money line parlay. I'm not going to lay the 12. Similar situation with Kansas and Penn. You know, Penn in the first half wouldn't shock me if Penn hung around a bit, hit a couple of shots, and Kansas pulled away. But Kansas are better than people give them credit for. And they're not going to choke in this spot. One's never lost to a 16. But I don't want to lay the 14. Iona and Duke, I want to take the over 157 here. But I'm scared. Like, I'm not going to lie. So none of these other games make my list as best bets. I've got Rhode Island as a best bet, all right? I'll be in Vegas. I'm going to be at the window betting cash. That's what I'm betting. I'm not betting on every fucking game. I am not the Derek Stevens. I don't own the D. I'm not putting $10,000 on every game, $364,000. And even, look, I'm not splitting it up. Like, if you listen to me and Malinsky today, like Dave said, pick your spots. Don't bet on every fucking game. Don't bet like all the fucking 12 o'clock games, all your money, and think, I'll go 2-1. It'll be all right. I'm not throwing darts. I'm old enough to know that you have to have a fucking plan and be disciplined going into March Madness. If you're not, you're going to get beat. You're going to get beat. If you just start recreationally clicking on every fucking game, even if you get lucky and you go on a run where you go like 4-1 or something in the morning games, you'll lose later in the day. These games are so fucking random, man. They really are. They're almost like college bowl games. Fuck. One team shows up, one team chokes. Or like that's these NCAA tournament games. One team shows up, one team chokes, and you're never in it. Or it's just fucking Russian roulette, fuck. And it's one of those crazy tournament games. Oh, and he hits a shot. And they hit a shot. And, you fucking either win or lose at the buzzer. You have to be disciplined and have a plan. If you are fucking just going to try to bet every fucking game, you're going to fucking get beat. Come on, camera. You still sucking on me here? I guess it's a little better, right? It's not freezing. We'll see if it freezes in a second, but it seems to be it's choppy, but it's not clear, but it's better. I think it's back. So, yeah, like you can't, you have to, look, our viewership went down as soon as we came back. People are like, oh, no. So these are the games that I'm betting. These are the ones that I like, okay? This is what caught my eye and what I will bet when I'm in Vegas. I'm going to bet on Rhode Island to win the game. That's how I'm going to get my day started. That game's at 12:15, and it'll lead me right in. I know there's Wright State, Tennessee, North Carolina, Greensboro, Gonzaga, Kansas, and Duke, and all this shit. And I'll put these in a money line parlay I'll share with you in a minute. But as far as single game wagering, I'm going to hit Rhode Island. And then we got that Loyola, Chicago, Miami, Florida game. Everybody's talking about Loyola, Chicago. They're a big trendy fucking team. They're a big trendy pick in this fucking game. They're a 28-5 basketball team. Who do they beat? You know, who did you guys beat? What? Evansville? Valparaiso? Northern Iowa? Bradley? I'm not impressed. Fuck. I think these guys are overrated. And I think that they're just one of these media darlings. And here, I even read the AP story. Miami may be the 6th seed in the South region, but his first-round opponent, 11 seed Loyola Chicago, seems to get the most love from basketball prognosticators. Like I said, Loyola Chicago are one of these trendy fucking picks. No one knows anything fucking about them. And they're playing an ACC team in the Miami Hurricanes who aren't – I know people are down on Miami, but Miami won 4 of their last 5 basketball games. They just beat North Carolina last week. You know, and they just lost to North Carolina a couple of days ago in that ACC tournament. You know, that was their loss in the last 5 games. Jim Larinaga has been to the Final Four before, the coach of Miami. He's a good tournament coach. We've seen Miami go on runs. Loyola Chicago, it's not a case of sort of like UCLA. The kids from Miami aren't soft. You know, and so it's not like, oh, you know, they're soft. They're not going to care. The kids on Miami, Florida. The kids on Miami, Florida care. They try. They just had a fucking rough year. You know, they had a problem because they lost their leading scorer. But the Miami Hurricanes are talked about like they're a terrible basketball team. And Miami this and Miami that. I mean, this is the last few weeks for, going back to February 19th for Miami. They beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame, 79-74. Then they came home and they beat Boston College, 79-78. They went on the road and they beat the Tar Heels, 91-88. They went back home. They beat Virginia Tech, 69-68. They played in the ACC tournament and they lost. They lost to the Tar Heels 82-65, and that was in the opening round game for them. So now this gives them an opportunity to have a week off, get ready. Like, you look at the quality of opponent that these teams have played, it's not even close. And like I said, UCLA are a bunch of fucking flakes, all right? They were in a play-in game. Not every little mid-major team is going to beat the big-name team all the time. And Miami, we're talking about a team, guys, that are 11-7 in ACC play. I like the fact Miami have played in all these close games against good teams. There's nothing Loyola Chicago are going to fucking do that Miami aren't going to be able to handle or seen before. Lonnie Walker's an NBA fucking potential lottery pick. Jim Larinaga is a great tournament coach, a good coach. Miami are fucking physical and tough fucking kids. You know, Loyola Chicago could beat them, but I don't think so. Holy shit. Did they just score? Penalty kick. Holy fuck, these bettors. This shit's going crazy. What did I just say before? They're 3-3-3. But as it is now, TFC would still advance. They need another goal. TFC would advance as of this. TFC advances. It's over. Wow, TFC. Wow, we got to go to the fucking Champions League semifinal. I got to go to this shit. Who do they play now? Oh, fuck off, Google Hangouts. Really? It's fucking, that's sort of. See, Mark, you cashed it out. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. The fucking head case of fucking the head of Club America. Ooh, they're going to be tough. So you guys, we're all learning our lesson here, right? Cash out, man. Cash out, cash out. Yeah, pretty exciting game to watch. TFC advance. TFC. Hey, they're dynamite. TFC. All right, so yeah, I like the Miami Hurricanes to win that game. Give me Miami. Like, put it this way, like, depending on, like, the money, but let's say, you know, let's say that Rhode Island is a 2-unit play. You know, like, if you're betting $100 units, so to speak. So, you know, I'll put 200 on Rhode Island. I like to put more, to be honest. I might put a little bit more, but I don't want to fucking lose my first game and get pissed off here. I got to, like, you know, you're in Vegas. You got to pick your pace, but shit picks up here, guys. I like a lot of these afternoon games. So the shit's going to hit the fan. So I like Rhode Island. Let's call it $200 bet, okay? Rhode Island, $200 bet. Miami, Florida is a $100. Like, I don't like it as much as I do Rhode Island, but I like it. South Dakota State. I like this one a lot. I'm going to be on South Dakota State plus the 8, and I think it actually goes over the number too. But, you know, Big Man was with us early on a radio show today, and you know, he's not in love with South Dakota State. I thought he would be. He's not, but I don't trust Ohio State. Ohio State have lost 3 of their last 5 games. They're not a good tournament team, Ohio State. They've got a lot of big dudes. They turn the ball over. They're kind of clunky. I think Mike Dom can fucking keep us in this by just hitting a couple of threes, and, you know, he'll score 20, 25 points. I think they hang around in this game, South Dakota State. I like South Dakota State. I like Seton Hall. I like Seton Hall a lot in this game, guys. Seton Hall, this is their 3rd straight year in a tournament for Seton Hall. And Seton Hall have 3 guys on the team that have been in the tournament now for the 3rd straight year. Delgado, Desi Rodriguez. You know, these guys are tough kids. You know, we were talking about it. Tough kids from the Bronx, tough kids from Jersey. Seton Hall have tough guys on their team. Seton Hall used to playing in big games. Seton Hall seemed to thrive. Seton Hall can underachieve at times a little bit. But at the same point in time, man, listen, Seton Hall have been good to us in the tournament over the years, if you remember. Last year, we just, you know, we pushed the envelope a little bit too much. Remember, we took them, and then I think it was last year, it was the year before. They won a few games. I remember it was actually in Denver, whoever they played. It's funny, I don't remember who they played. It was the Oregon Ducks, fuck. It was the Oregon Ducks. It was Seton Hall, and they just hit the wall, fuck. You know, they were tired and shit. But Seton Hall are good for a win or two in a tournament. They'll hit the wall. You know, they're an emotional team. But NC State are kind of an inexperienced team. They're much softer than Seton Hall. Like Seton Hall's toughness and experience, I think, is going to be the difference in this one. So give me at the 3 o'clock slate here, 3 and 4 o'clock, sign me up. I'm going to be on Miami, Florida. I'm going to be on South Dakota State plus the 8. I'm going to be on Seton Hall on the money line instead of the 2.5. Those are my afternoon best bets. Now, we're talking about putting a money line parlay together, too. Because, listen, yeah, there could be upsets, but let's be real. We know for the most part, guys, that, you know, The ones aren't losing. The twos generally aren't losing. So it's sort of a safety blanket as I bet the point spreads. We'll get to the night games in a second. All right, let's go Tennessee, Gonzaga, Kansas, Michigan. All right, that's so 199. We'll have to put Arizona in here. Arizona. Minus 117. Minus 117, guys. Tennessee to beat Wright State, Gonzaga to beat Greensboro, Kansas to beat Penn, Michigan to beat Montana, Arizona to beat Buffalo. Minus 117. 5-team money line parlay. Cincy are overrated. Cincy ain't going nowhere. All right, so to recap, guys, my best bets on Thursday. My best bets on Thursday to recap. Rhode Island. Rhode Island gets it done. All right, money line, Rhode Island. And then at 310, give me Miami, Florida. We'll put the same on every game so we don't fuck this shit up. All right, that's how you get in trouble too. Bet the same on every game. So let's go with, because if you don't like it and you want to put half, then what are you betting it for, right? So I'm going to put my foot down here. I'm not going crazy. This is what I'll be betting. You know, Rhode Island money line. Yes, check. Miami, Florida money line instead of -2. Yes, check. South Dakota +8. Yes. So basically at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 4:30, there's 3 games. I'm going to have action on all 3 of these. So in the middle of the afternoon, we're going to be at it. So we're going to have Miami, Florida on the money line. Give me South Dakota State with Mike Dahm and company. Plus the 8. Seton Hall and NC State. As I just talked about, I like the experience of this Seton Hall team. I like their toughness. Give me the Pirates in that game. Then they're off until 6:50. Villanova. It's Villanova versus Radford. No number yet. Villanova's going to fucking murder them, though. Muhammad Jamba, I've went over that game for about 10, 15 minutes earlier. Oh, look at this. Now suddenly it's fucking crystal clear. HD again back. But basically, Muhammad Jamba, Oklahoma shouldn't be in the tournament. They don't deserve to be in the tournament. Trae Young is overrated. They're a one-man operation. And Rhode Island are just simply a better basketball team with fucking 6 guards on the floor that they can roll out there. They play 4 guards at a time sometimes. They're going to be too much for Oklahoma. Oklahoma shouldn't even be in the fucking tournament. Oklahoma are 4-11 in their last 15 games, John, but that's why. So, yeah, I like Rhode Island. I like Miami, Florida. I like South Dakota State. I like Seton Hall. And then you got the Virginia game, no total. Davidson in Kentucky is a fucking tough one that I think will be a sweat job, whatever side you're on. I think it'll be hovering around the spread. San Diego State, Houston, very, very tough game here. San Diego State have overachieved and they've won like 9 of their last 10 games. One thing about San Diego State is, and this is what I talk about, I got to go with my gut and my, betting with your heart works sometimes. So San Diego State's coach is Brian Dutcher. Brian Dutcher was a longtime assistant with Steve Fisher. Like long time, like forever long time. Like Steve Fisher got the job with the Michigan Wolverines in in 1989. Steve Fisher was hired literally days before the NCAA tournament. Michigan's coach, Bill Frieder, told Bo Schembechler, who was the acting athletic director at the time, the football coach, he said, listen, I got the job. I'm taking a job at Arizona State. And he'd been in Michigan forever. But, whatever. He was like, I'm done. I'm going to Arizona State. But he goes, I'll coach you in the NCAA tournament. And then I'll leave after. And, no one knew. So it wasn't like the media knew or anything. He goes, no one knows. But I'll coach a team. And then after, I'm going to go to Arizona State. And Bo fucking said, no, you're not. He said, get off the campus. You're fucking out. You're not, you're done. Fuck. And he basically told him, pack your office. You got an hour, fuck, before I'll have you removed type shit. So I like his style. So he said, you're not coaching. So basically, Bo Schembechler didn't know anything about the basketball team. So he was fucked, man. They were going to the NCAA tournament in like 4 days type thing. And he just fired the coach. And people didn't like Bo being the athletic director. They already thought he was kind of just old and crazy and shit. So he had this on his hands, so he didn't really know what to do. So he walked into the room, and he went up to Steve Fisher and he said, hey, you're the assistant basketball coach, aren't you? And he said, yeah, yes, I am, Bo. And he goes, not anymore. He goes, you're the new head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He goes, on an interim basis. He goes, but you're going to coach the tournament if you want. So Steve Fisher coached the tournament. Steve Fisher coached the tournament, won the NCAA tournament. So Steve Fisher won the NCAA tournament in his first game first 6 games as head coach. Now, he was never a head coach. He got thrown out there. He was a lifelong assistant at Michigan and shit and kicked around. He got thrown out there. He was the new thing. Where I'm going with this is Brian Dutcher was on Steve Fisher's staff. Dutcher here was around for the Fab Five. He was there. He was there through everything, thick and thin. He was there from day one until the day that they asked fucking Fisher to leave because of the sort of, at the end of the scandal type shit. And he was there from day one until fucking the last day at Michigan. And he was there from day one. He went with Steve Fisher to San Diego State. So I'm pulling for this guy. He's one of my guys. And there's something, I tell you, there's something special about the San Diego State team right now. It's going to be like Michigan. They're not going to win the tournament, but they got a horseshoe up their ass, this guy. There's something about it. There's just that magic. They had no business. They're not the best team in the Mountain West. It's like suddenly San Diego State hits threes and shit. Like they can't shoot these kids, and suddenly they're scoring 80 points a game. Like San Diego State just is this weird team that's suddenly good. It's baffling. Malinsky thinks it's going to be a problem because now they're taken out of the West Coast. It's like what I talk about, and you're dropping them in Wichita, Kansas, and it's not the Mountain West tournament anymore. But with Dutcher getting points here, I'm not so sure Houston just blowed them out. San Diego State are pretty tough kids. It's going to be a real fucking physical battle this game. Interesting game. I'm not in a hurry. It's a tough one, but my gut, the fan in me wants to take the Aztecs plus the points there. Wow, I didn't realize that. Michigan was a 3 seed in 89, really? I watched. I remember like yesterday, but I didn't recall we were a 3 seed. I thought we were like a 5 seed or something, but yeah, a 3 seed, huh? Yeah, we weren't that bad. I remember we were like fucking 22-10 or something like that going to the tournament. One thing we will say, there's not as many good teams. There wasn't as many good teams in the old days. Like when Michigan won, they had to get through a few tough teams, but there was a few cakewalks. The early ones were cakewalks, and then I remember we played Illinois in the Final Four. We played a fucking Big Ten team in the Final Four. I was scared. Illinois were fucking good in those days. Remember that Kendall Gill, Nick Anderson, and fucking Marcus Liberty. Now I'm dropping some old school names. You guys remember those guys? Kendall Gill and Nick Anderson both played in the NBA. Marcus Liberty was a very hyped up prospect from Chicago. And, he was one of those, oh, this kid's going to be a fucking star type shit. And he wasn't a star in the NBA, Marcus Liberty. I think he was like played on the Grizzlies type shit on the bench or whatever, But yeah, that was a battle. It was Michigan versus Illinois. And they were like rivals, man. Like in those days, Michigan State wasn't great. They weren't, they had Magic Johnson in the early 80s, but they weren't like at that point, they weren't great. Those were the days like Purdue were good with Gene Cady. You know what I mean? Purdue was good. Bobby Knight, Indiana was sort of the kingpin. But Illinois and Michigan, Illinois had like all these NBA prospects. Like you knew at the time. It was like, fuck, this Nick Anderson guy's like an NBA player, Nick Anderson, Kendall Gill were both studs, and then they the kid, Marcus Liberty, the freshman. Then Michigan was Michigan starting five off the top of my head. We're going back to 1989 right now. Glenn Rice, Ramil Robinson, Mark Hughes, Loy Vaught, and Loy Vaught, Mark Hughes, Glenn Rice, Ramil Robinson, and the white guy, Griffin. Remember we had that? It was like he looked like Richie Cunningham. It's like Michigan was like four brothers and Richie Cunningham. Fuck. Richard, I feel like I'm forgetting another brother's name though. Glenn Rice was the star. Ramil Robinson was sort of the second. Glenn Rice and Robinson were the stars. Loy Vaught and Mark Hughes were sort of the big man power forward dudes. They beat Andrew Gaze and Seton Hall. So yeah, a little symmetry there, actually, though. Michigan, a 3 seed again. Michael Griffin, thank you. See, Alan Action, you know your ball. I know my ball. You see, I said off the top of my head, Griffin. White kid, we get Griffin. All right, yeah, Richie Cunningham, Griffin. He was good, that kid, too. He was funny, man. Yeah, I got goosebumps now about that. You know what happened in that shit, right, was Bo Schembechler. So Bo Schembechler, guys, didn't know anything really about him, right? So they fire the coach, and Bo Schembechler goes, and he tells Steve Fisher, listen, I'm going to introduce you to the team. Because the kids were like, oh, we're fucked. You know what I mean? Like Michigan, I remember we lost at the end of the year, too. I remember I was negative about it going in. I was like, man, I'm sick of losing Illinois. I was pissed off like going into the tournament about Michigan. And they lost their coach. So morale was fucking low. The morale was like, fuck, our coach just split for Arizona State days before the tournament. It's kind of weird. So Michigan, the players were depressed. Morale was low. They didn't even know who was going to replace them and shit. And Bo Schembechler told them, everyone go to the arena, the basketball arena. And he said, go on the court. We're going to see you on the court. I want to talk to you. So basically, he shows up, Bo Schembechler, with Steve Fisher. And he goes, guys, this is your new coach. And he goes, you already know who he is. This is your new coach. And they're sort of like, all right, cool. And they're sort of like, because they didn't know what's going on. And they knew Fisher. So they were like, all right, so he's the new coach. But the thing is, Fisher hadn't been there long. He wasn't like buddies with Bill Frieder. Fisher was only been there a little while type thing. So Fisher didn't have a really close relationship with a lot of guys on the team or anything. So Fisher's the new coach. And then Bo Schembechler. Yeah, it is true. Glenn Rice fucked Sarah Palin. The year after they won the championship. So Bo Schembechler has all the players, and he lined them up. He said, all right, everyone line up here. So he lined everyone up, center court type shit at Chrysler Arena. And he went up to each and every one of them, fuck. Each guy on the team, the starters, each guy he went up to. He was like, and he went football on them. Like, they didn't have a coach. So Bo Schembechler basically was like, I'm going to get these guys motivated, fuck. So Bo went up to Glenn Rice, and he was like, Glenn, he goes, they tell me you're the shooter on the team. And he goes, not from what I've seen. He goes, every time I see you shoot, you're missing. He goes, what, you know, he goes, we need you. He goes, you're a star. He goes, we need you. He goes, you got to hit some shots. And everyone sort of laughed and he patted him on the head. And he's like, he goes to Ramil Robinson. He's like, Ramil, I know life's been hard on you and you're from the streets. And he goes, but you got to stop turning the fucking ball over. Like Bo Schembechler did like a mini scouting report, except he was genius. Like he knew something about the kid. He was like, Rice, you're from Flint, right? You know, you want to move back to Flint or you want to be in the NBA, right? So he went down the fucking list of each player. And he got to like Loy Vaught. He's like, you know, for a big man, I've never seen someone so fucking soft fought. He goes, come on, man. And he laid into all of them. And he knew something about everybody on the team. And he said, we're underachieving. He goes, we're Michigan, guys. Come on. They went out there. The rest is history. They won the national championship. So now when you've got Brian Dutcher taking over for Steve Fisher and he miraculously wins the Mountain West tournament, and now I'm getting 4 or 5 points against Houston, how do I not fucking take this? This is where I'm betting with my heart. I admit it. I'm betting with my heart, but I think Houston can be spent. Houston were fucking gas, man. They played Wichita State. They barely beat them by a bucket. They played Cincinnati. They laid their heart out. They lost by a bucket. Now they got to fly around the country. You're going to get San Diego State, who's feeling all good. Steve Fisher's going to the game. He's going to be sitting behind the bench. Like, that's how cool this shit is. Like, their family. Like all the Michigan players support Dutcher and shit, the old guys, the Fab Five. He's one of us. And I can't bet against this guy. I'm not betting against this guy. I believe in the tournament magic. I'm taking the fucking Aztecs. Steve Fisher won the NCAA tournament in his first tournament ever. This is Dutcher's first tournament ever. I'm not saying he wins, but I'm telling you, SDSU's got good shit, good karma coming to them. And plus, it sets up Dutcher versus Michigan. So it's got to happen. It sets up Steve Fisher and Dutcher versus Michigan. You can't write this shit. It's great. Make no mistake. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. Steve Fisher's on San Diego State now. Steve Fisher is on San Diego State. He's not with Michigan. And it didn't end beautifully for Fisher at Michigan either. Like, he's not torn, Allen. He's on San Diego State. Like, that's the worst part. Like, we're going to have to beat down Steve Fisher and Brian Dutcher. Fuck, sorry. And you know what? As loyal as I am to you guys, yeah, the team, man. Sorry. I love you guys. I'm pulling for you, but when we play you, man, we got to fucking kick your ass. But no coach, no player is bigger than the team. The team. I'll tell you, though, I think Houston match up well with us. So if it ain't San Diego State's an easier matchup for Michigan. Houston will be a problem for us. We'll beat them, but it won't be easy. Listen, Calvin Sampson's a good coach, but Dutcher, man, Dutcher was there. Like, Dutcher's been there for tournament wins and Fab Fives. And, like, you know, he just won the Mountain West in his first year. It's destiny. It's destiny. San Diego State. Give me the Aztecs. I want to take Stephen F. Austin. I'm a little sprinkle on Austin. I'm of the belief that Texas Tech is overrated. I'm of the belief that Texas Tech is a little overrated. I'm leaning on Stephen F. Austin. This next game I like a lot. This will be my big bet on Thursday night. Fucking Virginia Tech to beat Alabama. Sorry, Drew, but Bama's going down. Alabama's a one-man operation. Colin Sexton. We talked about it last night. Buzz Williams and Virginia Tech. These guys, they don't fuck around, man. They're a physical basketball team. They're a much better team than Alabama is, all right? They play in a better conference. They have a deeper – they're deeper. Now, listen, Virginia Tech aren't great. I mean, you know, they're better than average SEC team. You know, 10-8 ACC team. 10-8 in ACC play. But, guys, the ACC is a real fucking conference here, man. You know, the ACC is a real motherfucking conference. Like, you know, like Alabama, I mean, come on. Yeah, Alabama, you blew Auburn out in the second fucking half, and everyone goes ape shit because Sexton scored a bunch of points in the second half. You were losing by 10 at the half. You lost to Florida by fucking 22 last week in a bubble game. I don't even know why Alabama's here, to be honest with you. They don't deserve to be in the tournament. They don't. You know, it's Alabama, I guess. It's the brand name. I don't know, man. Fucking, I guess the committee. I don't know why they're here, to be honest. And they're not going to be here long. Sexton's a one-man operation. You see tonight, too. And no comparison with the Hernandez kid on LIU, but I'm telling you, star players usually choke in the March Madness tournament. Remember Andrew Wiggins? I bet on that game, too. Fucking Kansas. Fucking Kansas were like -4 to Stanford. It was against the Lopez brothers. And one of them, actually, I think it was, fuck. No, they're older. Fuck. Who was on Stanford, that team? Fuck. I mean, it was Powell, actually, on the Mavericks, the Canadian dude. So, anyways, fuck. Wiggins fucking disappeared, man. Wiggins scored like 6 points in the game, seemed disinterested at the end and off to the NBA, you know? Wiggins didn't care in college. He doesn't care in the NBA. He's never cared, this kid. You know, Shaquille O'Neal, man. You figure Shaquille O'Neal should have dominated college fucking basketball. They had Shaquille O'Neal and Stanley Roberts, fuck, the Twin Towers. They literally had LSU had Shaquille O'Neal and fucking this other dude that on any other fucking, like, he was literally like the third pick in the draft. Like, no one talks about him. They literally had like 2 7-footers. They had Shaq and another dude that was as big as Shaq. The Twin Towers. And they had fucking Chris Jackson. They couldn't do shit, fuck. You know, yeah. You guys all won in the NBA and fucking Shaq and, you know, #1 picks and Jackson made fucking tons of money in the NBA. You didn't win. You know, like individualistic superstar players don't really ever carry a team. There'll be a guy that'll get hot and carry a team, but it's never that sort of, like NBA prospect guy. It's not that, oh, he's number one, top 5 pick in the draft, and look at he dominated. It's not. You know, it's not the way it works. Tony Sincata. Let me check in. I gave up. You know, your lineups are good, Tony. My fucking lineup, my Denzel picks sucked. I'm glad you're cashing in. You know, some of them, I just didn't get enough. Ricky Rubio didn't do it for me. 22 points. Yogi Ferrell, 19, wasn't enough. LeBron, as predicted, went off for 73. Randall, Lakers are up right now by 4 late. Randall's got 36, so he's doing his thing. Lopez, a little light tonight. You know, where Van Fleet was a nice pick. Fuck, James Enos, motherfucking fuck me tonight. 1 turnover and 3 motherfucking points. Did he get hurt? What the fuck happened? Yeah, they do, you know. Listen, like Virginia Tech's a flawed team. I get it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, no, this was Virginia. Yeah, we didn't get to this either. And guys, DeAndre Hunter, the ACC 6th man of the year, the fucking freshman of the week last week. DeAndre Hunter, Virginia Cavaliers, out of the tournament. He broke his wrist. He's out. And it's official. Teddy Bridgewater signing a 1-year deal with the New York Jets. A lot of NFL news today that got spit out. Dion Lewis, no longer a New England Patriot. He's a good football player. Dion Lewis, Patriots, I'm telling you, man, your little fucking reign of terror is coming to an end, you fucking cocksuckers. Titans agree to a 4-year deal with Dion Lewis. You notice Vrabel's bringing in all these former Patriots. Being a former Patriot I interviewed Mike Vrabel at the Super Bowl years ago. He's a class act. Nice guy. Titans get Dion Lewis. Teddy Bridgewater signs a 1-year deal with the New York Jets. Sam Bradford signs a 1-year, $20 million deal with the Arizona Cardinals. New England Patriots. So the Patriots lose Dion Lewis, Danny Amendola, and Malcolm Butler today. So Dion Lewis goes to the Titans, and Malcolm Butler goes to the Titans. Remember, they benched Butler in the Super Bowl. So Butler's like, fuck you, I'm leaving. Butler leaves, gets a $61 million deal. Belichick really fucked up in that Super Bowl, but no one ever calls him out for anything. Jimmy Graham signs with the Green Bay Packers. Jordy Nelson released from the Green Bay Packers. You know he's going to replace Amendola in New England. I guarantee you that. Trumaine Johnson, cornerback guy, he was with the Rams. Rams upgraded big time. Akeem Talib and fucking Marcus Peters. They ain't fucking around in LA. That's a solid backfield. They're right there, defensive backfield. Trumaine Johnson was kind of the weak link there. So Johnson signed. He's okay, but he wasn't elite. So Johnson signs with the Jets. The Jets get Bridgewater and Johnson today. And we actually have some live sound of Sam Bradford arriving. This is we go live right now. This is the ABC affiliate, WXKAZ, Phoenix, Arizona. We've got a live feed of Sam Bradford's arrival in Phoenix right now. Most people, like when they move to a new city, they ask, all right, where's the local shopping market? Where's the local, all right, where's the, where are the schools? Where's the nice neighborhood? Sam Bradford asked, where's the hospital at, guys? Like most football players, when they move to a city, they ask like close proximity to the workout practice facility, close proximity to schools for their kid, to good schools. Sam Bradford asked, hey guys, where's the nearest hospital? Sam Bradford arriving. Sam Bradford's going to be the only fucking quarterback to do his press conference on a fucking gurney. It's an honor. It's an honor to be with the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm really hoping, I really expect by week 11 that I should be a couple of weeks away from returning. And, I'm going to give you all that I can, guys. I'm really excited to be with this new coaching staff. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here in Arizona. Sorry, guys. It just hurts when I talk a little bit, I really think I can contribute to this team. So in other words, Drew Stanton will be the quarterback next year of the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, listen, Sam Bradford's a good quarterback, but he's motherfucker's always hurt. Like. Oh wait, we've got a live. What's this? We've actually got some. We got a live report from Miami. Danny Amendola arriving in Miami. Get a fucking smaller helmet. So let's go through these quickly here. Oh, yeah, and Kirk Cousins gets a 3-year, $84 million deal from the Minnesota Vikings. Let's check in on the NFL futures right now, and we'll get back to that moneyline parlay after. So Sportsbook's not overly impressed by the Kirk Cousins signing. These are the odds right now. The New England Patriots are 5-1 to win the Super Bowl. The Patriots aren't winning the Super Bowl next year. The Green Bay Packers are 9-1. I don't know. Who's Aaron Rodgers going to throw the football to? Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham's fucking is beat up and is done as fucking these other guys we're talking about. Jimmy Graham isn't Jimmy Graham anymore. He's not the same player. They lose Jordy. Jordy Nelson's always hurt too, though. So they got Devontae Adams. They're going to need another. I guess they're going to draft a guy, but they got Devontae Adams. He gets promoted to the number 1, and Randall Cobb. You got Aaron Rodgers. He makes guys better, but I'm not ready to say that the Green Bay Packers are fucking better than the Philadelphia Eagles are right now. I think the Eagles are the real deal. Carson Wentz is going to be motivated to get his ring. I don't think complacency is going to set in with Philadelphia. They're doing a nice job of bringing in vets as well that have won before. They signed Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett's been on Seattle. He's won before, so he's not overwhelmed. He understands, what it's like to play for a Super Bowl champion and what's expected the following year. Same with Nagata. Guy's been on Baltimore, winner environment, will contribute. They get a rotation going on that line. But Philadelphia, Carson Wentz is going to be under pressure, man. And he's great and shit, but Nick Foles just won a Super Bowl. So there's going to be pressure on you. I'm not saying that people are going to be calling for Nick Foles to play, but it's sort of like Kirk Cousins now in Minnesota, man. It's like, Minnesota, you guys were 14-2 with Case Keenum. Was it 13-3, 14-2, whatever? And 13-3, I think it was. And you let him go. Right? So now you've got Kirk Cousins there. The expectation is that Kirk Cousins is going to lead you to a Super Bowl. I'm not so sure Kirk Cousins is leading anyone to a Super Bowl. Like, dude, you've got fucking $84 million for 3 years. You're like the highest paid quarterback in the NFL now, Kirk. You like that? You like that? Yeah, I know you like that, but, Minnesota Viking fans to like that, you better fucking deliver. And Kirk Cousins, you were never good under pressure. So, they get Dalvin Cook back. Minnesota are a dangerous team. I have a lot of respect for Zimmer, but Minnesota have almost become like the Washington Capitals where you just can't buy in. In the regular season or ATS covering machines, and I'll bet on them and shit. But that's how we'll know if Kirk Cousins is good or not. Because Mike Zimmer has been above 500 against the spread, and he's the best ATS coach in the history of the NFL, basically. So if Cousins comes in here and fucks that up, you know that it's on him. Looking at the NFL futures, they're kind of interesting. I don't buy into the Patriots. The Patriots might get there again because the AFC kind of sucks, but they're running out of time. They're getting older. Brady's a hit away from being fucking done. They're losing players. I think Belichick's starting to piss them off. They have that personal sort of drama. I think the Patriots' time is running out. Packers are at 9-1. They're dangerous, but I don't put them as ahead of the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 9-1 too. Pittsburgh Steelers are 10-1. I'm not buying the Steelers. Fuck Tomlin. Minnesota Vikings 12-1. I'm not ready to bet money that Kirk Cousins is winning the fucking Super Bowl. Dallas Cowboys 16-1. Yeah, you'll have Elliott back and shit, but he's a stupid idiot to probably do something else and get suspended again. I don't love your team, really, Dallas. You're okay. Atlanta Falcons, And now we arrive at a team that I like here, the LA Rams, 18-1. None of these other teams are really saying, bet me, bet me, bet me. The Eagles, I think the Eagles at 9-1, they're not really getting a lot of respect here. But, the Rams at 18-1, guys. Jared Goff is only going to continue to get better. We know that this coach is the real deal. McVay's the real deal, good coach. Goff is only going to improve. This was Goff's first year that he actually played even, and he was fucking good. He'll get better. Todd Gurley's a beast. They have a good offensive line. I think they need to improve the wide receivers, but they'd fucking work for them. I mean, Cooper Kupp racked up the numbers and Robert Woods. I think they need another guy there. They lose Watkins. But defensively, they really upgraded. Like, the Rams understood. Like, look at last year. The Rams played the Eagles, and they got into that shootout game, and they ended up losing late because Goff fumbled. But the Rams are right there. They really are. The Rams are right there. And they knew, all right, you know what? Our secondary is not very good. The Rams, they knew. They're like, look, teams are passing all over us here. It's a fucking problem. And we don't want to play 38, 35 games. So they really stepped up, man. Aqib Talib is a fucking nut job, but he's fucking good. And Marcus Peters is a fucking stud, who's also a nut job. So, they've got two nut job fucking badass DBs back there now. Major improvement to deal with the Carson Wentz's and the aerial attack of Philadelphia, to deal with the up-and-coming Jimmy Garoppolo's of the world. Changing of the guard, man. Seattle are toast. They're done. Seattle's 25-1 to win the Super Bowl. Seattle should be like 80-1 with the Dolphins. Fuck. Seattle, you got zero hope of winning the Super Bowl. You've got two chances, two words that can help you win. Russell Wilson. Other than that, you're on your own. Seattle ain't winning shit. Fuck. I think the Rams at 18-1, they catch my eye. San Francisco's a trendy team at 20-1. I'm not buying in fully yet on them. Carolina, your time's passed. Jacksonville, I think you were sort of a flash in the pan. You're good, but I don't expect the same shit this year. Saints always dangerous, but you're always just sort of right there, but not really a real threat. Seahawks are a joke at 25-1. Texans are intriguing. If there's a team that can beat the Patriots this year, I think it could be the Texans. The problem is Bill O'Brien's a fucking idiot. I don't like Bill O'Brien as a coach. Deshaun Watson, though, we saw what the kid did. It's not a fluke. It wasn't like a one-year wonder. I mean, look, the kid fucking made it to the championship game and fucking lit up Alabama. Loses a close game. Goes back to the championship game. Lights up Alabama. Wins the national championship. I mean, at what point do people say, oh, you know what, this kid's pretty good? Nick Saban said he's the best fucking college quarterback he ever played against. That's from Nick Saban. I remember last year before the draft, Saban said all these combine and stupid drills and shit. He goes, it's pretty clear who the best quarterback is. Like, Nick Saban was saying, these NFL guys are kind of thick here. Like, it's pretty obvious that Deshaun Watson's a star. Dabo Swinney said it. He goes, guys, you're missing out on the next Michael Jordan here. Like, this kid is like Michael Jordan. He's a star. Like, he's larger than life type thing. That's what Dabo Swinney said. And people were like, oh, Dabo's just saying that because it's his quarterback. And then look, Bill O'Brien was so stupid, he wanted Tom Savage to be the starter. I would have fired Bill O'Brien. Like, me personally, I think it's a big mistake. Fire Bill O'Brien, get a new coach in there, and start over with a new guy. Because really, Bill O'Brien can really only get Deshaun Watson's way, except football people will tell you that Bill O'Brien's a genius and shit. You know what? I think he's a smart football guy, but he doesn't get along with the players well. He's awkward. But he's not bad. He's not a good in-game coach, though. But to me, look, J.J. Watt's going to be back. Clowney is proving that he is actually damn good. Their defense took a beating last year, but Houston was a write-off last year, guys. And, the thing with Houston is, too, the players don't like the owner. Fuck, the owner needs to shut the fuck up, right? So there was a lot of turmoil with the Texans last year, a lot of injuries, man. Like, basically on every fucking play, someone on the Texans would get hurt. It was just like there was like a voodoo. Someone had a voodoo doll of them or something. Like Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt gets hurt. Deshaun Watson comes in, starts fucking lighting it up, and they're like, holy fuck, this kid might be able to fucking win a division for us after all. And then what happens? Fuck, boom, Deshaun Watson gets hurt, right? Like, they were just very cursed. But Deshaun Watson's fucking good. It can beat anybody. And he could beat the Patriots. Man, we saw it last year. Fuck, it was 36-33. Like, he's right there. Like, he can do some damage. I think the Texans are a dangerous team in the AFC. Because if you notice, all the Super Bowl teams, they're all in – look at them. They're all Patriots, and then it's Packers, Eagles, Steelers, Vikings, Cowboys, Falcons, Rams, Niners, Panthers. So out of the 10 teams, the top 10 teams to win the Super Bowl, 8 of them are from the NFC. But the thing is, when you bet on an NFC team, they've got to get through these other teams. And it's really a fucking toss-up. The Philadelphia Eagles are great and shit, but let's not anoint them. You want to crown them, crown them. They're good, fuck. They're also fucking one fucking Julio Jones slipping in the fucking turf away from losing. They were going to lose that game. The Falcons should have beat them. The Falcons were the better team that day. And now everyone's like, oh, the Eagles are invincible. Fuck. It's like, man, if Julio Jones doesn't fall, the fucking Philadelphia Eagles are fucking eliminated, and there is no Nick Foles Cinderella story. There's a fine line in the playoffs, so anything can happen. So you bet on any of these NFC teams, and it's all sort of random. It's like March Madness. You bet on the Houston Texans at 25-1. Whatever, man. They got to beat the New England Patriots. Fuck. That's what it comes down to, essentially. The Chiefs at 28-1. No, Mahomes is not going to light it up in his first year. I don't even think I think Mahomes is going to have problems. The Chargers, no. Denver Broncos, no. They got Case Keenum today, but no. Raiders at 33-1. A little bit of value in the Raiders, actually, with Gruden here. Raiders are going to bounce back and be much better this year. Detroit Lions, no. Matt Patricia, that's going to be a fucking circus there, clown show. They never should have fired Caldwell. Tennessee Titans, 40-1. Pretty good odds right there, actually. Baltimore Ravens, no. Washington Redskins, no. Giants, no. Bucks, no. Colts, no. Cardinals, no. Bills getting no love at all at 66-1. That's ridiculous. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers do not have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Buffalo Bills. That's just bullshit. The Buffalo Bills made the playoffs last year and will be better. We've got fucking 222 picks. All right? Word on the street is the Bills are going to be trading the fucking – they're close. Like, they're trying right now, as we speak, to trade with the Colts. And it's everyone in the league thinks it's pretty much, like, going to happen. It's done. It's just the Colts are trying to fleece us right now, and they're just sort of working out. What do we – what do you want? What are you really going to give us? The Indianapolis Colts have the third pick in the draft. The Buffalo Bills have their heart set on supposedly on Josh Rosen. Pretty crazy as a Bills fan that we might actually get one of these stud franchise quarterbacks, but we might miss on it. I'm a little worried that the Bills are going to fucking do some crazy fucking deal. I know they're going to do this. And historically, it doesn't work out trading up and doing crazy and all this shit. It worked for Carson Wentz, but they gave up a lot of shit. But the Bills have been stockpiling draft picks, and they really have a lot of them now. So they can afford to throw a couple of them around. That's the whole point of accumulating the wealth, right? You got to spend it. So they've accumulated all this wealth and power with all these picks. And everyone's trying to get the Bills picks because people want to trade with them, but the Bills are trying to get high enough that they can get the guy that they want. And, I'm just concerned that we're going to go ape shit and we're going to fucking trade all this shit to get up to the third pick. And are we really going to get the guy that we want? How the fuck do we know what the Browns are going to do? They're the Cleveland Browns. They're unpredictable. And what if we trade up to 3 thinking that, we can get fucking Josh Rosen here? Or Sam Darnold, and I don't want Sam Darnold. And I don't want Josh Allen, fuck. And there seems to be a lot of murmurs about this, that Josh Allen's the guy they're going to do this for. I'll live with it. I'll support him. He's a good quarterback. He's a big kid. He's like Phillip Rivers. He's rah-rah. Kid can throw it fucking, 100 yards and shit in the air, but, I don't see him as somebody that we should be trading. Like Josh Allen, whatever. We have the 12th pick, fuck. Like, be careful, Buffalo. I mean, you guys are going to fucking go crazy and trade up, and then you're going to be, oh, shit, fuck. You could have gotten that guy at 12 anyways. First off, Buffalo, you fucked up. You should have taken Deshaun Watson last year instead of trading the pick to Kansas City, who took Deshaun Watson. That's what happened. The Bills traded their pick to Kansas City, and Kansas City got the 12th pick, and they turned around. They took fucking they took Mahomes. Fucking Houston traded up to get fucking Watson. Buffalo, we could have just fucking sat there and grabbed Watson. Thing is, I know that McDermott and I know that Brandon Beane, the general manager of the Bills and the head coach of the Bills respectively here, I know that these guys like big quarterbacks. That's their thing. It's like that's their little fetish. Big quarterback. That's why I didn't like Tyrod. Look, McDermott was with Cam Newton. Big fucking dude, right? In Carolina. Brandon Beane helped draft Cam Newton. Who's the backup quarterback of Carolina? Derek Anderson. Derek Anderson's like 6'4". Derek Anderson's a big guy. 6'5", big guy, like 240 type shit. He's a big dude, Derek Anderson. No coincidence that Beane is the assistant general manager there and the head of scouting, and it was Cam Newton and Derek Anderson. They don't like small quarterbacks, the Bills, the staff. So it's only 1 year. Now they get to choose. So who's the big guy? Who's that big, strapping, big gunslinging quarterback in this draft? Josh Allen. And he is a big dude. He's a big kid. He's tough and shit. He's pretty mobile for a big dude, too. He's a gamer, man. He's competitive. Some people think he's like Carson Wentz, that, Josh Allen's going to be better in the NFL than he was in Wyoming. My deal with Josh Allen is he didn't play well in big games, and I watched those games. I lost money on one of those games. Remember the opening game they played against Iowa? He got shut out. So, listen, and I get it. He lost 2 of his wide receivers. I'm aware. But life's a bitch, and life's not fair. And the NFL is way not fair. It's not like, oh, you have this and you have that in the NFL. It's a fucking bitch, man. It's like you're playing on a fucking, a carpet that people are pulling from underneath you all the time in the NFL. You got to adjust. Shit happens. So I don't buy into this, oh, well, he lost his guys. And it wasn't even that. You lost your guys, but half the time the guys were open that you had and you didn't hit them. Like Josh Allen's one of these kids that he can throw the ball 70 yards down the field, but you ask him to fucking throw an 8-yard pass and he's not accurate. And it's not just a one-off. Like he had his wide receivers 2 years ago and he completed like 56% of his passes only. This past year, all right, you lost a couple of your go-to guys. You still had new wide receiver targets that were good, but you lost your go-to guys and you completed 53% of your passes. You combine that, man. That's not good. That's not, to me, that's a bad telltale sign. If you're completing 54% of your passes in the fucking Mountain West, guys, the Mountain West against against the Air Forces of the world, we've got a problem. I remember Mike Mayock did a scouting report on Blake Bortles years ago, and everyone was really high on Bortles, including myself. I liked him, and everyone said the same thing, including myself, that, man, he really reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger. And I remember Mayock's smart Mayock fucking showed on video. He compared him to Ben, and he goes, everyone says that he's like Ben. And he's he goes, but Ben doesn't do this. And he showed fucking Bortles. And it was like Bortles interceptions in Central Florida. And Mayock said, he goes, I don't mind. He's in Central Florida. He's trying to make plays. I'm not judging the interceptions. But he goes, look at the interceptions. He goes, look, this wide receiver had 2 kids on him, 2 DBs on him, and Bortles threw it anyways. And he had like fucking 12 fucking clips, man, of Bortles forcing shit and doing shit. And he said, man, Mayock's exact words were, if you're forcing the football in and it's getting intercepted in the Conference USA, I guarantee you're going to get intercepted in the NFL. And what happened with Blake Bortles in the NFL? The guy's a fucking turnover machine. But coaches will tell you, and listen, I'm not shitting on Josh Allen. I'm just saying I don't really want to trade up to the 3rd pick to get him. But, I've said it before, too. I mean, accuracy can be taught. Arm strength can't be. Accuracy can be taught. Like, honestly, and this is the defense of Josh Allen, that how good was the quarterback fucking coaching up there? Compared to what he's going to get in the NFL now. Right? He was the star player. They were going to live with his bad habits. That's the way it is in college. We're going to live with the kid's bad habits. Not my problem, after, right? So just the little things with the footwork and the angles and the angle that he throws on and shit. It's little things that can be tweaked. I will put it this way about Josh Allen, because I think I'm too hard on quarterbacks coming into the NFL. Like, I have a very high bar type thing of what I think you're going to be successful with. But I will say this, that I personally do think that Josh Allen is more ready and arguably better than Mitch Trubisky. And Mitch Trubisky went second, and they went crazy for Trubisky and traded up to get him. And the jury is still out. You can't say that it was a bust. I don't think the GM knows what he's doing in Chicago. But the thing with Trubisky is, you see him make some fucking throws sometimes. It's like, holy fuck, man. That's like, I've never seen someone do that since John Elway. Fuck. Like, you know, Trubisky makes some throws. And Trubisky's now going to have some weapons. They signed Allen Robinson, right? Trey Burton. So they're getting some weapons there now for him. We'll see. So, like, Josh Allen, like, to me, you know, Trubisky only played 13 games in his college career. Josh Allen's actually played in like 30 games, 28 games. He's been on an average team. He's been beat up a bit. You know, so he's got some experience, Josh Allen. But the thing with Josh Allen is, like I said, he goes into Iowa in week 1. They get shut out. So fine, you lose the game. But, bro, you got shut out. Like, if you're this big star quarterback, you're telling me you couldn't lead one drive against Iowa's defense? No, couldn't do it. You know, they played the Oregon Ducks in like week 3 or week 4. I remember I fucking took the 14 points with Wyoming. I thought the line was way too big. And Josh Allen was terrible. Fuck, he didn't play well. It was on ESPN. He choked under the lights and shit. So I'm just looking at this kid thinking, I don't know, man. I seen you fucking play average football in the Mountain West. I see you get beat up by Pac-12 and Big Ten teams. I'm not sure. So you guys, you're nicer than me, Master. Yeah, that Iowa defense is lit, though. Yes, sir, Tuvin. TFC advances. Yeah, it's a good point, Alan. Actually, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Brock Osweiler's got a strong arm. You know, Ryan Leaf had a fucking cannon. You're right. There's a lot of quarterbacks with strong arms. That's what I said about Josh Allen when everyone was raving about him at the combine. They're like, oh, fuck, this kid fucking just threw it. Like, I guess he threw it 90 yards in the air. It's almost like an urban legend now, but it was NFL people that saw it. It was NFL scouts and shit. He did it at the combine. He literally threw a ball 90 yards in the air. Like, he fucking stood at the 10-yard line and he fucking put it into the end zone type thing. It's like, yeah, whatever, fuck. How many times in the NFL are you going to have time for your wide receiver to run 90 yards down the field? Never. It's irrelevant. It's, you know, and I said that at the time. It's like a long ball golfer, fuck. It's like, yeah, so what? You can drive the ball 600 yards on a fucking airport runway. Fuck, good for you. You ain't winning the Masters. Like, a lot of people think Josh Rosen is sort of is going to be a Stafford in the NFL. The Rosen isn't like a star, but he'll be that serviceable quarterback for years. Yeah, Jamarcus Russell cannon. I will say, though, that, you know, Josh Allen's intriguing. He's intriguing. I get it. I don't know. I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm just hoping if the Bills, if we're jumping through hoops and we're doing all this shit, fuck, you know, you guys better be right on him. I'm going to trust you on it. I'll get his jersey. I'll support him, but you guys better not fuck this up, Buffalo. Like, you know, you got a bunch of picks. We don't need to overreact here. Like I said, generally teams that trade up and trade a bunch, like, put it this way. You know, there's two ways of looking at it. I mean, that's a dumb thing to say, Demetrius Davos. First off, Josh Rosen has a girlfriend. Secondly, what the fuck do you know what Josh Rosen's fucking sex life is? Thirdly, what part of Aaron Rodgers banging every hot fucking model, fucking actress and athlete don't you understand? Yeah, he's really gay. I know. It's all a front. I know. It's a big publicity stunt that he's with Danica Patrick. It was a big publicity stunt that he was with Olivia Munn before. It's a big publicity stunt. And it's a big fake. I think people can fucking I think people can drop the whole fucking Aaron Rodgers is gay thing. the smear campaign of Josh Rosen, the smear campaign of Josh Rosen by everybody's comical. I swear to God, like NFL scouts and NFL people and shit, they make it seem like he's Bernie Sanders or something. Fuck. What NFL team fucking said he thinks too much? They were like NFL teams were like, well, we really don't like that he has a political opinion and stuff. Like, you know what's funny too? They wouldn't mind if he was like a big right wing guy, but he's not, right? So they don't like it. Fuck. Basically, fucking Rosen fucking ripped the NCAA and told, I think he tweeted something about Trump once or on Instagram. He said like Trump's an embarrassment to America or something. And, you know, and football people, I don't know, man. He's kind of out there, this kid. You know, one other guy, someone said the other day in the media, he's got to pick whether he's going to be an activist or a quarterback. What do you mean an activist? Fuck. What, because the kid fucking said fuck Trump on Twitter once? He's an activist? Fuck, like... Rosen, he wore like a Make America, not a Make America Great hat again. Like he had a red hat that was sort of like an anti-Trump hat once. I think he wore it at like a UCLA practice. And you know, Rosen used to go on Instagram all the time and bitch about the NCAA. Except he wouldn't bitch like about he's a smart kid, right? So he'd write these long posts about what's wrong with the NCAA and shit. And it would fucking like, it upsets the establishment, you know? Yeah. To me, if the New York Giants don't take Josh Rosen, it's criminal. That's why I'm scared of the Buffalo Bills. I don't think the Browns are going to do it. I think the Browns are going to take Saquon Barkley first. So then you get the New York Giants. Fuck, what the fuck are they going to do? But I think the Bills are thinking, you know what? We get to 3. It doesn't matter. Fuck, whatever. Fuck. You know, if we don't get Rosen, we'll get Allen. I think that's what they're thinking. Maybe they like Darnold too, which I hope they don't. Fuck. I like Josh Allen better than Darnold. Yeah, you have Josh Rosen, the chosen Rosen. You have Josh Rosen. New York is the biggest Jewish city in America. It's a perfect fit. Like, it's just everything. Not just because he's Jewish, but Jewish in New York Giants, replacing Manning, fucking, the kid is a smart kid, fucking from LA, fucking dealt with media in Los Angeles and UCLA and shit. He wants to be in New York. Like, he wants the big moment and shit, this kid. Like, he's told people he hopes, like, that he goes to the Giants. Like, that's the thing. He wants to go to New York. Yeah, the chosen Rosen. Yeah, you're right. The big Jewish contingent. But I think he can handle the pressure, Andy. You know, he's been in big pressure situations before. Yeah, to me, you know, I think he's a good quarterback too. Like I like how the ball comes out with Rosen. Like you can just see it. You know, you just know. It's one of those, you know, you have to know. Like it's like Clint Eastwood in Trouble with the Curve. You just know. You know what I mean? Like you look at Josh Rosen. I watched a lot of UCLA games, guys, and they had a bad team around them. And I swear, dude, I seen his kid. UCLA are down. They're getting fucking smoked and shit. He's getting fucking killed back there. And he's like fucking still engaged in shit. Like he's into this. Like he's the real deal, this kid. Like he actually looks mad. You know what I mean? Like you see some college quarterbacks, even pros do it, and college kids, like it's not going well. They're losing. They're on national TV. Shit's not going. They're sitting on the bench with the towel, or they're leaning, you know, they're sitting alone, sort of pouting on the sideline. Josh Rosen never did that, man. Josh Rosen stands on the sidelines with his helmet. And he's like, come on, like to the defense. Like, give me the ball back. Come on, man. And you see Rosen all the time, guys. I noticed this. It was great, too. All the time, Rosen was right next to Mora. All the time. So, like, Rosen wouldn't go pout and shit. Rosen would stand and he'd be next to Mora, and they'd be talking and shit. And, you know, like Mora's telling him, all right, listen, and, you know, do this, do that. And Rosen's soaking it all in and shit. Rosen wanted to play in that bowl game, even though he was injured. And they told him, fuck, you're nuts, fuck, don't do it. They said, no, it's not worth it. They're 5-6. They fired the coach. Don't do this shit. 6-6. Don't do it, you know? Rosen wants to win. To me, Josh Rosen's the class of the draft. The chosen Rosen, he's the one. Well, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know who's going to be the one. I'm just saying that now. All right, so LA Lakers win 112-103. Game does not go over, but the Lakers get it done. We told you Cleveland in the over. That happened. We gave people a Pacers today, too. We did pretty well in the NBA tonight, except with the exception of the total in this Laker game. All right, so I told you about the money line parlays. So, you know, like I said, I'll recap my best bets for Thursday. So to recap here, we're not going to be on tomorrow night, guys, but Matt Holt, Clay Travis, and Kelly in Vegas will be on at 10 o'clock right here tomorrow night. I'm going to be on a plane going there. I'm going to be on a plane going to Vegas. They're going to be on live from Vegas. From Clay Travis's hotel room, I believe, the suite there. He's got a suite. So Travis got a nice hotel suite, I'm sure. They set up a nice look there. They're going to do the show there tomorrow night. Matt Holt, odds maker. Good guy, nice guy, Matt Holt. So he's pretty honest for an odds maker, too. I was reading one of the interviews. He was like, about the point spreads. He was like, yeah. He goes, it's 2, but it was the Rhode Island game. He's like, it's 2, but it should be Rhode Island 4.5. He goes, but the market, and he's, you know, he's sort of, there's an interesting read with Holt. So Holt will be a good guest tomorrow for them. Clay Travis, Kelly in Vegas, and Matt Holt tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. We're going to be back, though, with you Thursday night from Vegas, and I'll be all fucking buzzed and drunk and shit. So I'm giving you the warning now. Tune in Thursday night. We're going to be coming on for the St Bonaventure, Florida game. Give me the Bonnies Thursday night. MVP Sports and Chris Edge, they don't get in until Friday. So, I don't know. I might just be me alone in a hotel room, but I'll drag Cam Stewart onto the show. Cam's never on the show. I'll get him on. It'll be a good time. But I don't know. I know a lot of people in Vegas and shit, right? So we'll have guests. Don't worry. I don't even know where I'm going to do the show from. If I have to, I'll do it from my room. Like, I know I'll have Wi-Fi in the room. It should be good enough. Nowadays in Vegas, the Wi-Fi is better at the hotels. But it's kind of a screw job. You have like two choices. So like you get the internet, they'll give you the Wi-Fi as part of the resort fee. Or, a few places will give free Wi-Fi. Not really though in Vegas. They're they're fuckers about it. It's like $7 a day and shit. But basically what it is, it's expensive, man. But it's like $20 a day. I did it at Palace Station last time. Fuck. I think it was $15 a day extra. And I got the high speed. You get like a direct sort of, it's for like business people that don't want to fuck around, right? So you get your standard Wi-Fi, but if you're willing to pay, they fucking kick up the fucking level for you. And for me, somebody that needs to do shows, right? Like I did a fucking show I did a TV show from Palace Station fucking the football season this year, and it worked fine on Skype. I had no problems. So I know I can bang off these shows from the hotel room, but I'm hoping. And nowadays, like in the old days, you couldn't really have computers in a sports book. They didn't like it. Like you could have your closed and shit, but you couldn't sit there with a laptop. You couldn't even like be on your phone. But it's a total different era now. You're allowed laptops in sports books now, like 100%. Right? So hopefully the plan is on Thursday night, whatever sports book I happen to be at, just going to fucking, hey guys, what's up? And we'll be at the fucking sports book. Now, the thing is, you can't, when you do this, you gotta understand like the little codes though, right? I can't sit with like all the fucking people watching the game behind me. People don't want to be, there's like a code in Vegas. You don't put people on fucking TV or fucking shit or on the internet, don't want to be on, right? Vegas. It's private. So at the sports books, like what you do basically is I'll just go in the corner so I'm against the wall and they won't give a shit, And you're not disturbing anybody. They don't give a fuck. So that's the plan. Hopefully, the only question is, will the Wi-Fi be good enough in a sports book? I don't know. I don't know about that. Vegas casinos aren't in the business of wanting people to hang around fucking on their laptop talking on Facebook. You know what I mean? That's like they don't want you to have good internet. That's why they pay. You got to pay. Because like they don't want you sitting in your room on the internet. There's a reason. Like Vegas does all these crazy things. Another Vegas hotel trick is what they do is they fucking crank the AC in the morning. So it comes on automatically. They can fucking control like the whole floor and shit. So you got to get up and turn it off. So like basically they fucking freeze you out, because they know you're hungover, right? And you're all wasted, but they don't want you passed out for 18 hours in your room. They want you waking up and getting back out on the floor and shit. So, the whole housekeeping shit, even if there's the thing on your door, they'll always, oh, sorry. It's not, oh, sorry. It's fucking, that's management. MGM tells them, we don't give a shit if there's a fucking do not disturb. Knock on the door. Just say sorry after. Make sure they wake up. Some hotels are worse than others, man. Some of them like fucking like ice you to death. Fuck. Like you fucking wake up. It's like, what the fuck, man? I didn't turn this on. It's like fucking turn it off. It's like you can't stop it. They're fucking cranking it through the vent. It's like, I got to leave the room, man. It's so fucking cold in here. Next thing you know, ding, 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 ding. You're in the casino. Ah, fuck, I guess I'll play. Yeah, Vegas is great, Andy. Too bad you're not coming down. Nah, it's a tough golf tournament. No one really catches my eye. The 25-1 guys do. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some closing thoughts. All right. We could go on all night, but we can't. I got to pack up and shit. I shouldn't have gone on this late, fuck, but I always say that. So, yeah, our money line parlay, Tennessee to beat Wright State, Gonzaga to beat Greensboro, Kansas to beat Penn, Michigan to beat Montana, Arizona to beat Buffalo, minus 117. We told you our best bets a million times. We're taking Rhode Island. We're taking Miami, Florida. We're taking Seton Hall. We're taking Miami, Florida, Seton Hall. There was another game at that, right at that fucking time zone I liked. What was it? Tried to do it off the top of my head. Couldn't pull it off. Oh, South Dakota State. Fuck, it's down to 7.5 now. See, I like Miami. I like Rhode Island, Miami, Florida, South Dakota State. All point spreads here, or I should say no. I should say Rhode Island money line, Miami minus 30, 130 money line, South Dakota State plus the 8, 7.5 now. Fuck. Seton Hall money line, San Diego State plus the 4, Buffalo, Arizona. That'll be the one high scoring game. And Michigan 135. That's going to get there. I wouldn't be shocked if Michigan didn't cover, though, this game. Remember in the Big Ten tournament, Michigan won the Big Ten tournament, and they fucking looked great. They dominated, actually. What was the one game they had a problem with? What was the one game they had a problem with? The first game against Iowa, fuck. Went to overtime. Fuck. You know, like Michigan got all they can handle in that first game. Michigan are really good, but they're being overvalued suddenly right now. Now I'm coming from a Michigan fan, but Michigan are really good, but Michigan like thrive when they're like 5-point underdogs and shit. Like they fucking embrace that role. You know, now they're laying double digits. That's not Michigan's spot. Michigan are not a good double-digit favorite. And they haven't played in like 11 days either. Something to keep your eye on. Montana first half could be worth a look. One thing with Michigan is, too, they're so good defensively. They only give up 67 points a game. They're the 5th best defense in college basketball. But they've been on an overrun recently because they score, fuck. Like, you know, Michigan's going to get to 75. You know, so basically all Montana needs to do is to get to 60+, and we're going to get to 135. Me and Kyle Hamburg have been betting his Michigan over. Every Michigan game is 135, and it's always close, and it always creeps over the number. But we got to get out of here. I'm going to be on the radio tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. Check out Kelly, Matt Holt, and Clay Travis tomorrow night at 10 right here. I'll be back at 10 on Thursday. I'm going to be with Paulie Howard and Teddy at 11 in the morning on Thursday and Friday. So you get a lot of us from Las Vegas, guys. Tomorrow, my only hit is the radio show. I'll be posting my picks on Twitter. For all my patrons out there that signed up, you'll get some VIP access from Vegas and all the picks. Thanks, Andy. I'll keep you updated on Conflict Dime. We're going to find out tomorrow when he's racing again. You guys rock. Thanks for the kind words. Oh, yeah, and tomorrow night, I like Syracuse to beat Arizona State. And, yeah, we'll see you guys on Thursday right here, motherfuckers, all right? Thanks, Demetrius Davos. Thanks for the kind words, guys. And, yeah, we'll try to win some money, and we'll see you guys. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be checking in. I'm going to try to get Periscope going, but we're going to be on right here Thursday night, man, from Vegas. All right, so we'll see you then. Other than that, you're on your own. May the winners be yours. Enjoy the tournament. Later, guys.